The following is a presentation of The Day.
A warm, sunny Friday as the sun sets over Palmer Field on the campus of Stonington High School. Friday night lights and the mere hints of fall are two themes tonight at Stonington, where the Bears welcome the Waterford High School Lancers, two teams at 0-1 with very different expectations. Their early season trajectory heavily influenced by tonight. The action is live, and it is on Game Day. Game Day is brought to you by Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates. Hey, every football fan knows no star player wins alone. It takes a full team to produce a win, and that's how the team of attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates handle their cases. Voted best law firm by the readers of the day 6 years running, the attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates work together, fighting insurance companies for you and your family. You know, insurance companies have teams of lawyers on their side, and you can too, with Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates. When you need a winning legal team off the field, call Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates in New London and East Greenwich. 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Hey, why have one attorney when you can have a team? Casey O'Neill and the coach, Pasta Sanabria. We are at the start of the game, and that means it's the Phillies pregame show.
That's right.
This is Phillies, and welcome to What's on the Menu. Pull up the Phillies and order a cheesesteak and get 10% off. All you got to do is say every day is game day. Yeah.
Waterford High School, Stonington High School, 0-1. Pasta, different teams, different environment, different atmosphere than what we saw last week. But when you're 0-1 and you come in playing against another 0-1 team, you know someone's coming out of here 0-2. Talk a little bit about the mentality of how to play when you're already starting 0-1.
Well, I hope they did both. The most important thing, review what they had to work on from last week. Fix those mistakes. It could be little mistakes that they can work right on the gridiron. But then after that, find out that you're playing with a competitive team now. These two teams have faced some tough teams, right? So now they can go out there in the field and play football and see if they can execute what they've learned.
Waterford will be without one of their star linemen. Donato Barnhill is out for a week.
Yeah.
They will be starting their young sophomore quarterback, Chase Nolda. There's going to be some new faces in the lineup for the Lancers as they try to right the ship and kind of figure out what they are.
Right.
On the other side of things, Stonington also starting a sophomore quarterback. So we're going to see two sophomores tonight as they go with Benjamin Thomas, also a sophomore. Both kids going to kind of grow into the role. Talked with Coach Massad before the game, and he said the biggest thing for them is they have to be physical. They have to limit their mistakes. They have to rely on their defense because this team is young, and they need to grow together.
Excellent. I mean, that's the great thing you want to do as a coach. Get a defense that could really be the identity of your team while you're working on an offense that's growing and nurturing. You know, those are the things we've seen successful. In the NFL, the Ravens used to do that and dominate defensively. So if these guys can play that kind of defense and exploit what the weaknesses are right now with the offensive line in Waterford, that's going to be a big challenge for them today. We could probably see a game that could be a blowout or a low-scoring game.
Two teams looking to rebound. Obviously, everything matters. What are the Rich's Auto Body keys to the game?
Here are the keys to the game. This is Rich's Auto Body's keys to the game.
Well, for Waterford case, we know no chasing Chase. Waterford's quarterback, Chase Nolda, he was sacked 6 times last week against a tough defensive team in Sheehan. So the O-line, again, without Barnhill, they must protect him better. You know, more Omar, the running back. The Lancers found success in their running game last week between the tackles, you know, not really a speedy team, but between the tackles they're physical, and that's because the fullback Omar Hernandez has been a positive for them. Shredded, no more. Okay, Waterford's defense should not be on the field for long, you know, because they were out there for a long time. It really affected the team. So they got to make sure that they get those 3 and outs and continue the ground game that they want to do. For Stonington, maxing out Max. You know, the Bears need to get their, one of my favorite players, Max De La Rosa. He's the ECC 100 and 200-meter sprint champion on the field, and he needs to be on offense more. You know, finding Parker. One of the things about the defense, you know, have to keep an eye on where Parker's lined up. So Stonington's defense must identify Waterford Spencer, because last week he had 3 touchdowns, and, you know, they got to know where he's at all times. Okay, and then running it back, you know, give the ball to Logan Christina and see if the Bears can have that kind of success running the ball like Sheehan did.
Those are your Rich's Auto Body keys to the game.
Everyone wants their keys back fast, but you definitely want the job done right. Rich's Auto Body in New London, family owned and operated for 30 years, is the area's most trusted source for quality auto body work. Don't lose sleep over your auto body repairs. Rest easy, knowing the job is in good hands with Rich's Auto Body.
We're back at the Phillies pregame show. What's on the menu? Those were the Rich's Auto Body keys to the game. Let's take a quick look at last night as well. 2 games yesterday that, we talked about. Week 2 is always interesting because everyone overreacts to week 1.
Right.
Week 2 is interesting. New London rebounded off of, everyone talked about a very tough loss. Berlin, bad matchup. They rebound with a nice win over Woodstock.
Yep.
And then in a game that I think really you want to talk about eye-opening.
Yeah, definitely an eye-opener.
Ledyard thumped NFA to go to 2-0, and definitely Ledyard's ability to play the underdog, Ledyard's ability to have the chip on their shoulder of no one's recognizing us, that's going to go away very quickly because now everyone knows Ledyard's for real.
No, it's great to see those 2 teams kind of progress where they were at. I didn't expect Ledyard to be that physical against NFA. But, I saw a little bit of New London and how they were playing their balls. The passing game was effective. They had a running game. They kept it simple for the quarterback, and I think Miller did a good job. I think he had 2 touchdowns, maybe a couple of picks, but he's still learning. So that was a really good positive note for both teams.
So tonight you've got Waterford and Stonington. Another game we're looking at is Fitch and Wyndham. This is how we start to kind of sort out where the teams are in the ECC in this early going. Now, at this point in the season, you're still getting your wind and your legs underneath you. You're still sorting out player packages, personnel. Some kids are getting used to a new team. Some kids are getting used to their first time of varsity football. So week 1, Stonington started maybe 6 kids that got their first taste of varsity football. Week 2 is a lot different. How much do you grow from week 1 to week 2?
Just seeing the product. Like I always told Mike, when I was coaching the teams that we had after a loss, it was all about trying to be more productive in what you're doing, your assignments. And so I think these guys probably have had a lot of reps that they would not normally have from learning from those corrections, and then that builds that confidence and continuity on the offense where you have to have 11 players playing exactly at the same time.
So Waterford, I think, had big expectations coming into the year. A lot was made of some new faces on the team that are probably not going to be a part of the Lancers, if at all. So Waterford is kind of back to where they were with a new coach and a sophomore quarterback. And now all of a sudden those guys that they were going to rely on that may have been new are not going to be there. So it's back to the old faces. Right now Parker Spencer needs to step up even more than before. And Griffin Haffey is now a sophomore, got a lot of playing time as a freshman. Now he's in the middle. Omar Hernandez was a sophomore. Now he's a junior. So their bread and butter was going to be their line.
Right.
Tonight without Barnhill, they ran behind him a lot last week. They're going to have to rely on Captain A.K. Wilson to anchor that line.
Yes.
And, Stonington, they had 2 blocked punts. Coach said he didn't remember in the history of his tenure them ever having 2 blocked punts in a season, let alone in one game. So he said, if you don't think we didn't spend a lot of time this week on specials, they did. So it's how much can teams tighten up their mistakes and get from maybe playing, a C to a B, right? You just try to get a little bit better each week. But if you're, Waterford, you don't have a lot of time to play C-level football. You got to get better quickly because the schedule gets tougher, and you already got a loss on the books. And this is a team that went to the playoffs last year and really wants to go back again this year.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big challenge for them. I mean, I know that they had a little hiccup with their team roster and all that, but overall, they're still a great program. They've been running it the same system. We talked about last week how there was so many veterans around that team, and these are all young guys trying to gain that experience. This is going to see a different style of football where you're going to see maybe basic understanding of it, but more gameplay of it. So we're hopefully seeing some action off of that.
You are watching the Phillies pregame show. What's on the menu? The Stonington Bears are making their way to the field, and we'll be moving closer toward the opening coin flip, the kickoff, and we'll head into this football game momentarily as Stonington makes their way onto the field. Thoughts about warm weather tonight, right? It's a little bit different. Last week we saw kids dropping and cramping. what do you got to do? What was the hope for these kids moving into today in terms of staying conditioned on the field?
Well, right now, today, they're doing it right now. It's too late. It's all about starting the night before. The hydration component, eating nutritious foods, off those greasy foods so you can keep your body healthy and ready. And then see the duration of the school day. How can you drink throughout that course of the day and eat during the school day so you can get to a time like this where you can play football? We've seen a lot of guys cramp up last week, and this weather's a little bit more humid. I think we're going to have that problem later on. Hopefully we won't see it.
Captains are heading out, and this has been the Phillies What's on the Menu pregame show. Big news as Phillies is opening a brand new location in Groton right across from the sub base. So in the coming weeks, you're going to be able to check out the ECC's favorite cheesesteak in a brand new spot. Their hiring is ongoing as well, so you too can be part of the Phillies family. Check them out at the patio at the Mohegan Sun Concert Series, or go to their website. Check out Phillies, whether it's to eat a good cheesesteak, get a good job, or just be a part of the family. All that at Phillies. The captains will be heading out, and the coin toss will be coming. Game day is brought to you by Dairy Queen. Locations in Groton, Taftville, and Pawcatuck. Dairy Queen is the place to go for fabulous food and sweet treats that can't be beat. When you need something satisfying, go to Dairy Queen. Right now is a really good time for Dairy Queen. If I was out and about and I was near Groton, Taftville, or Pawcatuck, I would swing in and I would grab a Blizzard because it's a good night. It's chilly.
Snickers Blizzard calling it right now.
Today was warm, though, so give me a nice chilly Blizzard on a nice warm day.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. So the captains head out to midfield for the coin toss, and then we'll have the national anthem and the opening kick, and we will be underway here Friday night over Palmer Field in Stonington. Waterford will call it as the visiting team.
Now, you've been a captain before, Casey. Flipping the coin, what is it like, luck, or is it a very concentrated risk? We've learned about probabilities, but what do you think when it comes up to that situation? I always thought it was luck.
Tails never fails.
Tails never fails.
Well, it's not luck. It's a 50-50 chance no matter what you call. And no matter how many times you call it, it remains a 50-50 chance.
I was always told by Mr. Croto, our teacher, he would say, you look at the coin, and if he starts to flip it on that side of the coin, you call it on that side, as probabilities will help you out with that. But, I was like 0 for 3, so that's why Jimmy took all the calls there. Pop said, just stay there and watch.
Stonington won the toss. They defer, so they'll kick it off here. Waterford will have the opening possession of the ball game.
Great day for football, Case.
As the two teams get hyped up, it's time for Friday night football in the ECC. We are moments away from kickoff here on game day, and we will be right back with the NFA kickoff after the national anthem.
By the Stonington High School pep band.
I got goosebumps, Casey, right after that national anthem. Huh, buddy?
So the opening kickoff tonight, as well as all kickoffs during the course of this year, are brought to you by NFA. If you live in Eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org. Also, all touchdowns this year are brought to you by Great Wolf Lodge. Nothing makes a football family happier than a touchdown, and nothing will make your family happier than a trip to Great Wolf Lodge. Brand new location at Foxwoods Resort and Casino. It's the premium place for year-round entertainment. World famous indoor water park, never out of season at Great Wolf Lodge. So go to Great Wolf Lodge with your family and enjoy all the top-notch facilities. Great Wolf Lodge touchdowns are part of game day.
Number 10, Jackson Camara.
Back deep for Waterford, number 6.
Back deep for Waterford will be Elijah Vaughn. Jaws back deep along with Parker Spencer. And a kick from Stonington from the 40-yard line is going to bounce in front of Vaughn. He takes it on a hop at the 20-yard line. Tries to get to the outside and can't. As a nice tackle made by Cole Scahill. And Waterford will have its first possession at the 35-yard line. And we'll get our first look at sophomore quarterback Chase Nolda. Keep in mind that all sacks and tackles for a loss this year are brought to you by Hyde Park Landscaping. So you're going to have some Hyde Park cleanups. We're going to have some Great Wolf Lodge touchdowns. We're going to have a lot of fun here as game day is live from Stonington High School. Omar Hernandez is the back. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. It's 5 receivers now in motion. Robinson, and the handoff to Hernandez. Off left tackle for a couple, and he's wrestled down by Jackson Camara. After a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it seems like that defense for the Bears right now, it's kind of like an old, kind of a styled 4-4 defense where they have 4 down linemen and 2 linebackers as a core, while the guys will be moving to defend those receivers and keeping an eye on Parker.
Receivers in motion. Looks like someone jumped early, and the flag will come down. I think that was Spencer that moved on the outside. And so that'll back up Waterford 5 and bring them 2nd and long. It'll be 2nd and 13. I think just a little bit out of sequence there were the Lancers.
Yeah. And that'll be tough for both teams if they get this, penalties that are really, costing them, as well as long distance situations. So we'll see what happens here.
Hernandez is the back. Package remains the same. Nolda tosses to Spencer, tries to get outside, wrapped up in the backfield, breaks 1 tackle, but he is brought down in the backfield. Garrett Cooper had him first, and that right there is Hyde Park Landscaping. Little fall cleanup. Waterford can't get the ball forward as Stonington flying to the football.
Well, I was looking at them warm-ups, and they usually do a traditional A-gap blitz. This one, what they did was they pinched the linemen inside and let the backers go outside, which they were in good position to make a play.
So 3rd and long. He lost a couple more, so it's going to be almost 3rd and, oh, goodness gracious, 3rd and 21.
Definitely, it's not good for Waterford in this situation.
So not a great start for the Lancers. They go penalty and then lost yardage. Will they put the ball up with the young sophomore quarterback on 3rd and long? The Stonington defense certainly will remain aggressive. Waterford's going to send receivers out. Rivera, Perry goes wide right. Spencer's out there as well. So trip receivers to the left as Nolda goes from the shotgun. Pressured, dumps a screen to Hernandez. No one there to block, and Hernandez is brought down after a minimal gain. 4th and long, and Waterford will have to punt it away. Beautiful job from the Stonington Bear defense.
Yeah, that defense in that situation played like a soft zone, and having 2 receivers deep, it made everybody covered. So, yeah.
Garrett Cooper has been flying around.
Yes.
33 for Stonington. He's made 2 tackles here in the early going, and they're going to go right after Spencer. They have no one back to receive the kick. They got all 11 up front. High snap. Spencer gets off a low line drive kick that maybe didn't get a foot off the ground and will not reach midfield. So it's down there, and that's where So every tackle for a loss this year is brought to you by Hyde Park Landscape. They've been beautifying landscapes all over eastern Connecticut and beyond since 1980. Offering construction, maintenance, lawn care, 45 years experience. It's a one-stop shop for all your landscape needs. So whether it's creating that outdoor living space you always wanted or just helping maintain the look of your property, we can put our years of experience and integrity to work for you. So give our team a call at Hyde Park Landscape or check out hydeparklandscape.com. First possession for the Bears. We'll get a chance to see Ben Thomas, the sophomore quarterback, and a lot of Logan Christina. Hand off to Christina. Off the right side, and he has decent yardage. Brought down on the play by Savion Dillon, but a decent gain on first down as Stonington is going to want to do just that over and over and over again.
Yeah, that offensive line, you're giving them the opportunity to run plays like that, and it's also a supportive play because you have the fullback leading, you have a quarterback supporting, so this is a good offense for Stonington right now to get those positive yardage.
I think Stonington will be content going at a much more deliberate pace. The clock is their friend. Motion man across, keeper, and just getting past the line of scrimmage is Thomas. I couldn't tell if that was a designed play or not, but not a lot there. Third and manageable on the Waterford side of the field.
It looks like an option scheme that you can see probably in the military university schools that he had the option to go, but he saw that the gap that he had was open. So, yeah, he took it. Chances are if he would have pitched it, he'd probably get more yardage, but this is how they're working their scheme right now.
3rd and 4. Ball at the 42-yard line. And we got movement on the right side of the line. And that's what Stonington said they needed to clean up. They cannot afford those kind of penalties. They go from a manageable 3rd and 4 to maybe where they might be even looking at 2 downs. Now they're back to 3rd and 9, almost back to midfield, not in their wheelhouse offensively.
No, and both teams right now have to be disciplined to avoid these penalties that are costing them right now these 3rd and longs.
So Thomas will operate with 2 running backs to the right, 1 to the left. Fakes, rushed, and he is sacked and brought down by Alex Dijak. And you know what? He never had a chance. He got blindsided. And you know what? If your lawn got blindsided by the heat, give Hyde Park Landscape a call. That was a Hyde Park cleanup.
Oh,
4th
definitely.
down and punting coming on.
Case, way to call that one, but right. What happened was they saw the blitz on the inside, so the lineman compressed down and left the edge player wide open. So it was enough time for the quarterback to throw the ball there.
I always love when my punter wears 51. Evan West, game day favorite. Will punt it away. Spencer stands just at his own 25-yard line. Snap is low, handled nicely. High kick, heading towards the sideline. Takes a bounce. Spencer picks it up on the run. Spencer heads down the sidelines, and a beautiful job by Parker Spencer. He caught it in stride, got to the 40-yard line, and that's a little boost for the Waterford offense.
That's special about Parker. He can see something that can come up there. Got a good bounce off of it, secured the ball, and then took off for some good positive yardage.
So Waterford, after the defense holds up with the Dijak sack, which is, by the way, something I'm going to enjoy saying.
Yeah, I like that.
They have the ball now at the 40-yard line of Stonington. So the heads-up play by Spencer, recognizing, and Stonington got so busy kind of watching the ball to see if they could get every inch out of it. They lost track of Spencer. That was one of your keys to the game. Know where he is at all times.
Know where he's at.
Nolda's out of the shotgun. He's going to throw on 1st down. Screen goes to the outside. Flag on the play. Good gain on the play to Josiah Rivera-Perry. But a flag is down. We'll see if that one's going to come back or not.
Seems like there might be some holding on the interior and on the outside area, so we'll see what the call could be, brother.
They picked the flag up, and I'm guessing it was because it was a backwards pass.
Right.
So the blocking downfield was not pass interference.
Exactly. Smart move. Sometimes the lineman will go ahead, but if that ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, it's legal.
Yep, so they didn't have an eligible receiver downfield. They didn't have offensive pass interference. It was basically becomes a run play when the ball is thrown behind.
Awesome.
So 2nd and 1. Short yardage for Waterford. Handoff is faked, kept by Nolda. Nolda's got room. Nolda crosses the 20. Nolda heading for the end zone. Touchdown! Big play. Chase Nolda. No one chased him into the end zone, and he can howl with a Great Wolf Lodge touchdown.
Oh. Wow.
Lancers on the board.
That was amazing. That was the old, read scheme. He read that the defensive end compressed into the running back, which the defensive end's got to be responsible for that quarterback, and he had a beautiful lane to run. It looked like slow motion there.
Jamison Barlow in for the extra point out of the hold of Spencer. Snap is good. Barlow's kick is up, and it is good. And with 6:49 remaining in the first, Waterford on top 7-0. Let's take a look at that read option that you talked about with Nolda.
Waterford 7.
He makes the read. He sees the end compress right there, and he's wide open because now the linebacker, and you see again, Stonington's just looking. They were thinking that the running back had to play. You got to play through the whistle. That's something that the defensive coach got to get on top of the defense. You see him right now. Coach is coaching him up.
So all the things you talked about in your keys to the game coming true right there. They lost track of Spencer, right? And the defensively, which they take their pride in, they missed their 2 keys right there.
Exactly.
I don't really have a problem. The end crashed. That happens, whether or not that was what he was supposed to do. But the linebacker crashed.
Right.
And so you had no contain on either side, no lanes being filled. I think if when they go back and look at it, it's the linebacker that they're going to say, hey,
exactly.
you can't, you gave up that whole side of the field.
You're right. It's complementary to the design of the defense. So if the end's supposed to be a running back person, then the linebacker has to pick up the quarterback. Good call, bro.
NFA kickoff, and Barlow drives it down the middle of the field, and that will scoot into the end zone for a touchback. So nice kick from Jamison Barlow, and Stonington will have its next possession as the NFA kickoff sailed into the end zone.
This chess game we were talking about how it starts, they had good field position. Stonington had good field position, then they gave it up, and it was just going back and forth. But you could see the momentum of Waterford holding strong and executing plays to get into the end zone. So right now, Waterford's holding that momentum.
Stonington will come out. They had a couple of good looks on their first possession, but penalties ultimately caused them grief, and then they had no answer for Dijak on the outside. What do they come up with now as Thomas operates shotgun wide, receivers to the right, 2. He's going to throw that little bubble screen, hits his man, and a short gain on first down goes out to Austin Center. If that name sounds familiar, that's Austin Center, the broadcaster partner of Pat McGugan of the Stonington Bears Broadcast Network.
42, Vanderloop.
Vanderloop made the tackle for Waterford. Gabe Vanderloop, one of their leading tacklers, was Van Overloop was their leading tacklers, and there was a question about whether he would play. Little delay, handoff inside, and nothing there. Center
ball handed off to number 12.
Got another opportunity, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 as Van Overloop once again on the tackle.
3rd down for the Bears.
I tell you, this defensive line is doing a real good job keeping that offensive line neutralized, which is making the linebackers fly over top and make plays. Good situation for Waterford right now.
3rd and long. Pressure from the outside last time. This time, quick drop. Out pass, complete, and what a hit! Oh, Josiah Rivera Perry. That's a hit worthy of 3 names.
Tackle on the far side, near the first down.
And that is good for your Stonington Bears. First down.
Josiah, great football tackle there. The form that we always like to teach our players, keep your head to the side, use your chest plate, drive right through, and even though they got a first down, that was a good play for that defense to maintain that momentum.
And that was Garrett Cooper, who has been delivering some hits in the early go, and he had to stand up and give a little respect right there because that was a good pop. Good throw, though, from the sophomore Thomas on 3rd down. Handoff, Christina. He drags a couple of Lancers forward before he's downed at the 35-yard line. So a good gain on first down for Logan Christina, all set up by the quick passing game that we saw on the previous down.
Oh, definitely. You got to mix punches. We say when you throw a straight, throw a hook. This offense right now, if they can make that defense get on their heels by executing plays that are 3+, they will be able to drive down the field.
2nd down, manageable here. Thomas to pass, has time, steps up, zips it right near the first down marker, and it is complete right at the sticks. Goes out to Cooper. and we'll find out if they have enough. They're going to mark it. It looks like just short. Third and a couple of chain lengths, so great possession here for Stonington. What can they do on third and a couple? Anything, right?
Definitely right now. Confidently just get that first down and keep it going.
Handoff, Christina, first down, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle into Waterford territory, finally wrestled down at the 41-yard line. Big run, Logan Christina, showing why the physicality of Stonington is their staple.
Wow, did a little bend play right there. He got right after the first gap, but one thing I do like, he runs strong upper. You can't tackle him upper body. You definitely got to get those legs. Another first down for the Bears. The drive is now giving them the momentum they need.
Both teams had lousy first drives, much better both directions here now on their second. Thomas fakes to Christina. Quick pass incomplete as he put a little too much mustard on it. Kyle Olson was the intended target, and it just falls to the turf.
I'm seeing more what they've normally been doing past couple of years with those quick screens, quick hits. This is the kind of Stonington offense that if you again, running effectively, you can't make those mistakes by not catching the ball, but those are the plays that give you positive yardage.
2nd and 10, ball just outside the 40-yard line in Waterford territory. Single back to the right, Thomas hands it off, and short gain from Gabe Torruella as he got maybe 5. Nice run. It looks like he was going to have a little bit more, but Van Overloop is a tackle machine, and he was there again.
He is. That's a good G scheme that they're doing right there, where they block down, seal everybody down as best they can, and let that guard kick out that first threat and run it right on the inside hip. So good movement by the offensive line right now.
3rd and 6. Thomas to throw. Has time. Out pattern. Caught by center. And he's out of bounds, short of the first down. It'll be 4th, but it's got to be go time here for Stonington.
Definitely.
Pass complete to number 12, Austin Center.
Forced out of bounds on the far side.
Didn't get as much as I thought. He only got maybe 2 yards. I thought he was closer than that, but that's going to bring up 4th and 4. Not an easy down and distance for Stonington, but the ball marked at the 35-yard line. So it's not a place where you're going to punt. You got to go for it here, and you got to come up with it's probably going to have to be a passing play. Let's see what they do here. Maybe a little tight end sit.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, they have their heavy run offense, so let's see what happens here.
Direct snap to Christina. Up the middle, pushing forward, help it with a lineman. Looks like he's a little bit short. And on the far side, the judge is there, and I think he is short of the first down.
See what happens there, because I don't know if it was a holding, but the way he threw the flag was a mark. So let's see.
So there is
Linebackers, trio of linebackers.
Sideline warning.
That's great, but what about the play?
Sideline warning.
That's great about the sideline warning, but what happened on 4th down? Did he get the first down? Right now, Stonington looks like he did, but the mark doesn't make any sense, and no, he did not. It'll be Waterford ball, so the Waterford defense held. Don't be afraid to tell anybody.
No. That was one of those who's on first, what's on second. I don't know who's got first down.
Good result for the Lancer defense.
Yep.
They went direct snap to Christina, and they rallied to the football in time to give him, stop him a yard short. So Waterford will take over with good field position at their own 32-yard line, fresh off the touchdown in their previous possession. Three receivers to the right. Spencer is in the backfield.
Keep an eye on him.
Toss to Spencer. Cuts. Gets to the outside. Has the sideline. Down the sideline and shoved out of bounds by Torruella after he crosses the 45-yard line. So it'll be a first down, Lancers. And you see there the little shiftiness of Parker Spencer.
Oh, man, Parker's got a lot of talent, and he could be utilized in different situations here. What I like about that was, let's see if we can go outside and start getting these guys gassed out. With his speed and his ability to make these quick cuts, gives the offensive lineman just a good execution of just stay on your blocks.
Hernandez back into the backfield for Waterford this time. Spencer lines up in the slot to the left. So 2 receivers on each side. Nolda hands it off to Hernandez. He breaks Torruella's tackle. Rumbling, stumbling, the big guy crosses into Bear territory to the 35-yard line. First down, Lancers. Omar's coming.
I'll tell you right now that I don't know if the Bears have an answer to this, because if Parker's lined out there, that linebacker has to flex and respect. So the inside linebacker has to fill that gap, and if he doesn't, the way they're running it, it's going to be open all day.
Torwella's a speed guy, even as physical he is. That's a tough tackle against the size of Hernandez. Nolda to throw on first down. Deep ball into double coverage, looking for Spencer. It was behind and short, and it'll fall incomplete in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Pass intended to Spencer.
It's a good opportunity to take a nice long shot right there. But again, you can see that they are covering him. Two people are covering the safety in that corner.
So 2nd and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Spencer remains on the left-hand side, along with Rivera Perry. Two receivers right, and Hernandez in the backfield for Nolda. Gives it to Hernandez, and he's tripped up in the backfield by Evan West. He fell forward, and they're going to say he lost a half yard, so that's a little Hyde Park cleanup for the Stonington Bears as they force 3rd and long, as West did his job, got Hernandez into a negative situation, and now Waterford, 3rd and long, not their ideal situation either.
It's kind of like a deja vu from the offensive series that Stonington had. Let's see right now what they can do.
2:03 and counting here in the first. 7-0 Waterford. Nolda has trips left. Bubble screen to Spencer. Bounces off his own man, and that is going to allow West to come in and get him down in the backfield. Great job. The defense helped clean it up, and that's a Hyde Park cleanup, bringing up 4th down for Waterford.
Help from number 21, Jack Goddard, and number 27, Kyle Olson.
Brings up a 4th down.
4th and long, so now Spencer's going to be punting it away from midfield. Waterford with a great opportunity. Had a good drive. That Bear defense stiffened up, and they don't trust Spencer. They're going to let him punt it free. He does. Tries to deaden it near the goal line, but it takes a fabulous bounce for Waterford, and they're going to down it at the 5-yard line. So
great play.
Great punt by Spencer, a great result for the Lancers as they have pinned Stonington at their own 5.
Yeah, these are the special team plays that you want to have. I mean, Stonington went for it. They lost that opportunity, but Waterford to do that right now puts Stonington in a very tough position. Again, statistically, high school offenses are very hard to score from, let's say, the 20-yard back. So we'll see what happens with Stonington.
Both defenses making some plays when they've had to. Only Waterford has figured out a way to get in the end zone, but you know that defense is going to be pinning their ears back right now. They want to generate a turnover. Stonington trying to just get some positive yardage and get out of the shadow of their goal line. Handoff. Christina breaks a tackle. Gets it almost to the 10. He was in the, he was
Handoff to number 25,
caught
Logan Christina.
in the backfield, but he managed to get something out of nothing.
That's a few moment right there when you try to coach these running backs and say, hey, listen, if you're in the end zone, son, get to that 1-yard line and let's avoid this safety to come around. But this defense is bringing some good pressure, and that defensive line overall right now is playing some solid football. It's the odd front that I like to see.
2nd and 8. Thomas surveys. Again gives to Christina. Not much there. Dijak right at the line of scrimmage.
Good discipline by Dijak there, knowing that he's not responsible for the inside. He kept his key right, and he wrapped up and tackled. It's good when you can have your players do what you want them to do.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. I don't know if Stonington's going to run a play before we get to the end of the first quarter. I don't think they will. So as the clock ticks down 2, 1, and 0, we're at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Injuries can happen anywhere, on the road, at work, and where you least expect it. When an injury knocks you down, the legal team at Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates is here to pick you up. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates has been voted best law firm 6 years running by readers of the day because their personal injury attorneys fight for your fair compensation so you can focus on recovery. After life's hardest hits, Let their team of attorneys carry the ball for you. Contact Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich. 860-MMB-team and mmbteam.com. Why have one attorney? You can have a team.
Stonington High School, Waterford on top 7-0. The Bears with the football, but they are backed up all the way onto their own 10-yard line, facing a 3rd and long. And I think they'd be happy getting a couple yards here, punting it away, and getting their defense back on the field. Talking to their coaching staff before the game, their defense first.
Right.
So their offense's goal is to be physical, run the football, and not make mistakes.
Exactly.
And let their defense make plays. So right here, 3rd and 8 from your own 10, I would be shocked if they did anything to jeopardize that. Thomas,
stacked.
Are they going to put it in the young sophomore's hands? They are. He throws, has a man, and it's just thrown over the head of center. Pretty well defended by Rivera Perry. Got to say, I like how Rivera Perry has played so far on both sides of the ball for Waterford.
I remember him when he was a little kid playing Little League Baseball. The talent that he had was always there, and inspired by his mom and dad. You know, it's good to see him play football here in Waterford, and the way he's playing tonight is exceptional Lancer football. That's what we're looking for.
So Stonington will be forced to punt. Evan West will kick it away. Spencer is standing at his own 35, 37-yard line. So Waterford should have excellent field position, and this is where Spencer can be very, very dangerous. West likely to try to keep it away from him. And a flag comes down. That could be delay of game. Or is it too many?
I believe they might have 12.
Flag on the play.
And the flag comes down. It will. They're doing the count now.
Yep.
Count it again.
And he counted too much. He must have
wave
that blurry vision with those glasses, but that's okay, you know?
So we'll right back to where we were a second ago.
I thought he was giving us the Soul Train emblem, you know, the peace and soul, and I was like, oh, wow. Get the train dance going, Casey. You know you were good at that.
I can, man, listen. I can mix it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. We'll put the hush puppies on and make it happen.
West awaits the punt just outside of his own end zone. High snap, handled cleanly. Punt is a line drive, and it's going to go right out of bounds inside the 30. So great field position for Waterford as West tried to angle it away from Spencer, and he hit kind of a line drive, and it just sailed right to the end line.
Yeah, definitely. Those are the tough things that you know as a coach, and I would say small schools have a difficult time doing this, but to find a punter and a kicker, you know, that needs to be there all year round, it's very difficult. So this young man is doing something to help the team out, and in this situation, keeping it away from Parker is probably the better suit.
And then when you have someone like that, if they're a crucial player on your offense or your defense, you worry about losing them.
Right.
Like West is a big time. He's a lineman.
Yep.
So I mean, I hate, you get very nervous having a kicker.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing if you're, sometimes it's your quarterbacks, your punter.
Exactly.
Oh man, or your place kicker. Man, does that make me nervous?
That's why Ironman football are built for Ironman players.
New formation for Waterford here with Spencer in the backfield. Hand off to Spencer. He cuts it inside, makes one man miss. He's dangerous in the open field, bounces to the outside. Flag is down. Spencer dives into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We're going to have to wait and see. That looks like it's in the area of holding out on the edge. Will it come back? We await the officials. You saw all of the playmaking skills of Spencer there, but I think this one's going to be coming back. It's against Waterford.
Very, very tough call right there. Again, when you're doubling and you're working your way around, if the lineman, and you can see one of the linemen there, the big man tried to hold him, number 55, but he ended up grabbing jersey and yanking him down. So very visible to the referees there.
Negates a touchdown from Spencer. Coach Bunley is not happy about that. You hate losing scoring plays.
Definitely.
And this one's going to back them up to the 24-yard line. So it's going to be one of these first, because it's a spot foul,
yep.
It's going to be 1st and 6 from the 24-yard line.
Still favors Waterford on there.
Another new formation. Now Nolda's under center. No, Nolda's out of the game. Direct snap to Spencer. Good block on the outside. Good rallying to the football from Stonington.
Yep.
So that was a different play altogether where they split Nolda out at wide out and direct wildcatted it to flag on the play.
You know, defensive coordinator can get really, really, like, just stressed out to see these formations and say, well, why you got Parker at quarterback here instead of Nolda? You know, those are the disciplines you have to have these linebackers read.
Start against Waterford.
And it's not what Waterford wanted because it's a flags against them. So they went to a kind of a trick for. There's nothing that draws eyes more than when you go to a, your little razzle-dazzle wrinkle play and you get a flag. Now it's going to be 1st and 11.
Nine times out of 10, the coach won't run it. He won't run it again.
In practice, the kids always want those wrinkle plays, but if you can't do that, if the timing gets messed up or you can't do it. High snap, handoff, Spencer. Ball's loose, ball's still loose. And the Bears have it. Christina falls on it and a turnover. Bears defense rallies to the cause and they clean it up. That's a Hyde Park landscape cleanup. Woo!
I got to give a shout out to Ethan Green. What he did there was phenomenal. He got off his block, made the tackle and wrapped, but when he wrapped his arm, he punched right through the football, and that's what caused that fumble there.
One of the dangers when you're Spencer, who's so shifty and elusive, is when you make that first guy miss, there's guys coming at you from different angles, and he's not a big guy. That's got to hold on to the football.
Yep.
Big play for the Stonington defense. Now they have it in good position. Handoff, Christina. We're going to get a flag on the play. The Waterford player was not able to clear the field in time, so we're going to get a penalty against Waterford, and they are shooting themselves in the foot right now. That'll be their 3rd or 4th penalty in the last 5 plays.
Definitely. I mean, the coaches got to tell them, keep their composure. We know sometimes when we have situations like this, if they're playing hard, say keep on playing hard, but let's try to work on being disciplined. These little things right now are crucial to the defense and it's not really helping out Waterford at all.
So 1st and 5 now, Bears, as they inch closer to midfield. Waterford's defense has played very well thus far. But a short field here for the Bears and a officials timeout. Just to be clear, the officials timeout, not the players.
He said, that's me right there. I'm calling it.
I would like to answer that question. If you could hear the fans yelling, what are we doing?
They might have had an extra player on the Stonington side. Some hustling off the field.
Can we get a head count out there, please?
2, 4, 5, carry the 10 plus 6, 9, 10, 11 on that side.
Let's operate with a buddy system. Let's go.
Yep, you got it. 3, 5, 9, 4.
1st and 4 for the Bears.
That's 11 on the other side. We got him, Casey.
All right, 1st and 4. Now the officials blow the whistle again.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to talk it over. Hey, listen, I heard the 99 has some good offers tonight, but I might want to go out for a pizza afterwards. What are you thinking? No, let's bring him in too. He eats more than we do, so we're going to talk about it right now.
That's right. They bring it in.
You
want the soupy pizza? Sounds good. Extra well done.
Official Danowitz, you're a pepperoni guy, right? You're a pepperoni guy.
Hey, that Danowitz, he looks sharp.
You pepperoni? No, you know what? I need.
Plymouth State alumni.
I don't have my Prilosec with me, so I can't do pepperoni.
No, me too. I get it.
But yeah, I thought he's a vegan. Are you a vegan? We can't do the pepperoni if you're a vegan, right?
This Caesar salad pizza?
All right, so we're gonna go bacon. Wait a minute. Did you say yes for bacon on the pizza, or no for bacon on the pizza?
The old man likes anchovies. Yep. Even the fans are involved right now, wondering what kind of pizza they want. As we keep this rolling here.
Good crowd here tonight at Stonington High School.
I'd like to know. It's another disregard there, Case. Wow, these yellow flags are more like windshield wipers.
All right, I'm going to assume that after they got the conference together, we're
Yeah.
all good, and now we're backing it up again. So I think they're saying there was no penalty on the previous play, so we'll be back to first
Square
down
one.
Stonington.
It's going to be first and 9 for the
Case,
Bears.
you got it,
Awaiting
brother.
penalty.
I still got a question mark on top of my head, but we'll see what happens.
It's week 2 for the officials also. Thomas to throw, setting up a middle screen, throws it behind Christina, incomplete.
Pass
Pass
intended for
incomplete.
number 25, Logan Christina, is incomplete.
Second and 9.
It's a lot of energy from both sides of the field with minimal action going.
And they're still talking it over.
Yeah, they're still
I
talking it
really
over.
cannot imagine what we're talking about.
But the band's still singing and playing, brother.
The chains say it's third down. It was just
And
wait.
there's cool.
timeout, Stonington, as they're going to figure things out. You know what? We're going to take a
Timeout,
timeout as well
Yes,
while
sir.
everyone down there figures it out. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
In football, execution matters. And in legal matters, it's no different. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates has been voted best law firm 6 years running by readers of the day because from personal injury to homeowner claims, their attorneys move their cases forward with the preparation and persistence it takes to win against the big insurance companies. When the game gets tough, you need a legal team that won't back down. Contact Messier, Massad, and Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team? If you live in Eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org.
All right, we think we've got it sorted out. Third down coming up for Stonington at their own 35-yard line. Thomas to throw, steps up, deep ball, has a man, and it's brought down by Max De La Rosa.
That's the player that
Fastest
they
man
need.
in the ECC.
That's right. Way to step up, Max. Great play.
You can't out-throw him. Put it up and let him chase it down. And De La Rosa makes a big play for the Stonington offense. They're in business in the Waterford side of the field.
Yeah, that safety just stayed there expecting to be a short throw, and guess what? Max got that ball. Good job.
Thomas gives to Christina, and he's brought down from behind. Tackle made by Avery Bonowitz, and it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Going back to the confusion, they penalized
And
Waterford
number 25,
because they said the guy
Logan
didn't get off the field, which gave him 12 men on the field. But they actually only had 11, so he was the 11th guy leaving to give them 10 on the field, so actually it wasn't a penalty,
Right.
which meant the run count. They were having a good old time down there.
It's called a skip, scap, skadoodle, bring it back and start over.
That's a do-over. When you're a little kid, you go do-over.
Do-over, yeah.
That's a do-over right there. Thomas to throw. Has time. Throws the out route, and it's just out of the reach of center.
Pass incomplete.
So when he throws it that way, you can say it's off center.
Definitely. You know, I got to give credit to Thomas. He's the pocket quarterback right now, and throwing some, out routes is very difficult in high school, let alone the pros. But he's throwing some good balls. Those guys got to get there to catch them.
Coach Massengale said he has that swag, that
Right.
leadership that he's a sophomore, but he wants to get better. He owns everything, no excuses, assumes leadership. Ball comes out of his hand very nicely.
Yep.
He's going to be a good player for them over the coming years. They're going to grow with him. He's going to throw again. Hit right as he was about to throw, and it goes incomplete. Big hit that time. Sam Vasquez got to hit Thomas before he could get anything behind it, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Thomas could see what was in front of him, but that pressure from the backside, he didn't expect it, and that defensive end just slapped that backside shoulder, disrupted that pass.
So 4th down sort of in no man's land, and they will go for it. Ball marked at the 36-yard line. Trip receivers to the left. Thomas goes single coverage down the right, and he throws it high and incomplete. He was looking for Kyle Olson. It was well defended by Javon, and it will be another hold from the Waterford defense.
First down, Waterford.
So Waterford's defense holds again. The big play to De La Rosa does not amount to points, and the Lancers back at it with 9:32 remaining in the first half.
Well, you know, even though it's on a 4th down, Waterford's doing what they're supposed to do today. Get those guys, that offense, off that field and in good field position for them to start right here.
First down, Lancers. Handoff Hernandez. Big hole and a nice tackle on the interior made by Christina coming in from his linebacker position, because we know Hernandez not easy to bring down on first contact.
Definitely. And right now the Bears defense is really giving up, playing that man-to-man principle and leaving the middle wide open. So if the Waterford coaches could see that, there's an opportunity for an execution on the middle of the field for a pass play. Could be big for the Lancers.
If I had a tight end that could run a seam route,
yes, sir,
this would be where I would do it. 2nd and 9. Hernandez shifts. Nolda to throw. Has the max protect. High ball in the air and overthrown as he was looking for Rivera Perry. And just a little bit too high. Well covered by Gabe Hoagland in man-to-man coverage on the outside. 3rd and long for Waterford.
39 for Waterford.
And I hate to say it, but I just don't see the ball getting into the hands of number 4 enough.
No, on both sides you got to give it 1 and number 4. I mean, right now we're just seeing these fade routes, trying to see if they can match up 1-to-1, but both defenses are trying to shut that down. So, you know,
every time Spencer touches the ball, it gets electric.
Yes, sir.
Nolda rolls right, throws on the run, has a man. It's complete. First down and almost to midfield goes Quinn Robinson. Big play for the Lancers.
Robinson on the catch.
Tackle made by number 25, Logan Christina.
Big first down for Waterford.
I'll tell you, there was a great block there by Parker when he saw his receiver break out. He put his body in, and I mean, he got blasted. He's not a big kid, but he's got a lot of heart. Took that block, and he got back up slowly, but he's right back in that offense.
First down right at midfield for the Lancers. Nolda keeps it. Cuts it back in close to the first down before he's hit hard by Jackson Kamara. But a nice run on first down from the sophomore quarterback.
Casey, and I thought that was a play that you could utilize a little bit more because that defense hasn't changed. You see how that ends crashing in, and no one's covering Nolda unless it's going to be the responsibility of the safety. So, you know, they got to keep that in their playbook as it's working big yardage.
2nd down and 2.
I'll tell you, Casey, for 2 young teams, they're playing some good physical football. These guys are hitting today.
Hernandez is the back, shifts up next to Nolda. Nolda's going to throw, looking for the deep ball, looking into double coverage, and he overthrows Vaughn. Well covered by De La Rosa. And Olson, 3rd and short, but I like that on 2nd and 2, taking a shot.
Yeah, definitely. Always try to get that defense because, again, Stonington's mixing it up. They're playing that strong man-to-man, get everybody in the box loaded, and then they play the 2 high. So they mix that up. Hopefully they can find a little weakness there. Again, you know, Casey, the middle's wide open.
3rd and 2. Will the Lancers keep it on the ground to try to get the first down, or will they go back into the air again? Handoff Hernandez. First down as he crosses the 40-yard line to the 36. There's your answer.
Hernandez on the
Omar
carry for
Hernandez, the
Waterford
big
first
back
down.
for Waterford, gets the first down.
Yeah, Omar's a physical runner, low center of gravity, and one thing I like about him is once he gets past that first level, it takes 2 people to attack him down the second level. Not a fast kid, but a very physical running football
Ball's
player.
on the 37-yard line.
Ball's on the
Stonington,
37-yard line of
Waterford.
Stonington. Hernandez stays in the backfield. Twin receivers to the left. Now Hernandez shifts to the left. Nolda's going to throw. Has time. Steps up over the middle looking for Spencer. Incomplete. Had some good velocity on that pass, but well covered by the Bears.
Yeah, that's your traditional dig route or middle route. That's the one that you want to throw in between the 2 safeties. And again, this connection is just missing.
2nd and 10, and Waterford's in that area of the field where you're probably not punting, so you can take a shot on first down.
Right.
I would be surprised if they didn't put the ball either on the ground here, or if Spencer's in the backfield. This is going to be a carry to him.
Yeah, I hope he can get the ball, because I'll tell you, they haven't stopped that.
This is a handoff to Spencer, or actually it's a toss to Spencer. Gets to the outside, now cuts it inside, and slides down like a quarterback. Flag on the play.
Boy, for every exciting play, you get a matching flag to go with it. I feel like I'm Caldors.
Flag on the play.
Looks like that's going to be in the area of holding, and it is.
Made by number 21, Jack Goddard.
Holding against Waterford, and that is going to back them up. And Waterford has been hurting themselves more than anything else.
That's the story right now so far.
That's going to back them up all the way to the 47-yard line.
Second.
I mean, I'm not a defensive coordinator, but I don't know that there was anyone in the building who didn't know that ball was going to Marcus Spencer. 2nd and long. Nolda's going to roll right. Looking to throw. Stays right. Throws across his body into double coverage. Incomplete. And almost caught by Robinson. I don't think Nolda was throwing it to any particular person.
Broken up by number
That's that street ball when you're playing pickup football.
Yep.
And you're like, I got 3 guys out there. Someone might catch it.
I'm going to throw it to the 3 on the 30-yard line. You guys go get it. But that's what we're expecting from these 2 young teams, that they're trying to perform these plays that are, good offensive plays. It's just the execution and timing. Once they get a rhythm, Casey, we got a football rolling game.
3rd and long. Hernandez shifts. Nolda to throw. Good time. Zips over the middle into double coverage. Almost intercepted by center.
by number 12, Austin Center.
He was looking in the direction of number 7,
4th down, 4th and 20.
Aiden Giles, but it falls incomplete, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that's that soft coverage where they have everybody playing under with 2 safeties, and obviously that was a good coverage play right there.
Spencer will punt it away from his own 45-yard line. Again, Stonington sends nobody back just to make sure that Spencer stays honest. Snap is good, one-handed catch, and a nice kick from Spencer. Bounces inside the 20 and down inside the 10, right at the 10-yard line. So with 6:07 remaining in the half, Spencer pins Stonington back at their own 10, and that's been a story tonight as well. Stonington starting deep in their own territory.
Yeah, definitely. Special teams have been a really key factor for both teams, but right now, Spencer's doing a great job as that utility kicker, punter, extraordinaire that he's been doing. So far, I've counted 6 positions he's been rolling around tonight.
I know we're 6 minutes away, but I have to tell you got to stay tuned for the Waterford Dental Health halftime show and the Paul's Pasta 3 pounds of pasta, because tonight I'm putting Peter Wappy, Pasta Sanabria, head-to-head in a quiz contest in honor of Parker Spencer. If you wonder what that's all about, Waterford Dental halftime show 6 minutes away. You got to see 3 pounds of pasta.
Yeah, I got my playbook with me.
Thomas on first down.
Wow.
He handed it to center. That play never really had a chance. And if your lawn didn't have a chance because you didn't take good care of it, Hyde Park Landscaping. That's a Hyde Park cleanup.
Number 54, Sam Vasquez, blew up the counter lead. He was supposed to get kicked out, but he went upfield and squeezed back in, wasn't blocked, and he made the play there.
Clock is running. Stonington with 2nd and 14. Really not ideal. Now keep in mind, Stonington is going to get the football in the second half. I think, honestly, they'd take 7-0 right now based on where they are. Down in distance. Moving some players around. Christina now moving them back around again. Pressured and dropped.
Overloop.
Right into the end zone. That is a safety.
Wow.
And Waterford's defense flying. Van Overloop and Dijak sack Thomas in the end zone. That is a great job of the defense cleaning it up. And that is a Hyde Park Landscape 2-point cleanup for the Lancers. 9-0 Waterford.
What a deuce of a play right there, Case. Van Overloop was playing inside linebacker, and he went right to the A-gap. As you can see, he's just looking, waiting for the opportunity when they were making the adjustments, and then he lined up to the position when A-gap unblocked when made the play. You can see right here, they're rotating the linebackers because they're determining their strengths. Overloop gets the A-gap, he's unblocked, full speed, and their teammates meet together. Guess what they're going to talk about during their lunchtime, huh? Smooth.
They met at Thomas like he was an English muffin.
Oh, yeah. Casey, you're on fire, bro. I'm telling you now, we're not even week 3 yet. You've been on fire.
I just didn't eat before I got here, so.
I had a slice of Iliano's pizza to motivate my carb day. That's it.
Number 10,
so I said that Stonington would be happy going into the locker room 7-0. Now they're going to be happy going into the locker room 9-0.
9-0,
because kicking it off to Waterford, where they're back all the way.
Yeah.
This is an NFA kickoff as Camara will kick it off for Stonington all the way back at his own 20-yard line. It's going to be great field position for Waterford. Little pooch kick. Does a nice job dropping it, but it rolls out of bounds. Hopped sideways. So Waterford's going to have it in great field position with 5 minutes remaining here in the half, up 9-0. You know the Lancers want to put something together here and get some more points as they head into the half.
Definitely. I mean, if they have no penalties, they run a very good offensive scheme that takes time off the clock, runs effective plays, and gets some first downs. But when they get the first down, a couple yards here and there, but then they get penalties after penalties after penalties, that really puts them in a tough spot. So I hope that this offensive series, they could just focus on doing what they got to do.
So Waterford will have the football in Stonington territory. They'll move it forward from where it went out of bounds, and it'll be right at midfield, it looks like. So right out of bounds at the 45 of Waterford. So they will have it in good field position, moving into the closer hash, and that's where they'll go back to work after the safety. 9-0, Lancers. First down. Nolda hands off to Hernandez. Breaks one tackle, but can't break the second as Ethan Green got there after a short gain for Hernandez, 2nd and 8.
Tackle made by number 25, Logan Christina.
The Stonington defensive line are really using their hands and trying to get off the blocks real quick, which is causing the disruption off that mesh point to go downhill. So Stonington catches them before they go downhill. They do a great job defensively.
Giles is the receiver way to the right. Spencer in the slot. Now Spencer goes in motion. High snap. Handoff Hernandez. Cuts it back over the left side of his line for a gain of 4. It'll bring up a 3rd and short as he's into Stonington territory. Ball marked down at the Stonington 48.
I don't know about you, Casey, but that situation in that play, when I was looking at the defense, there was not too much adjustment. That option play going with that, they're going to have one guy free. So I don't know if coaches from up top saw that, can have that play ready for another series. There's number 4 in the backfield, too.
Toss right, Spencer, and flying to the football, Jackson Kamara. He wasn't playing any games. He got to Spencer all the way into the backfield, and that's a Hyde Park landscape cleanup.
Woo! What a play by that young man. He read it quick. I mean, it's an easy key. You can see that he's in the backfield. Chances are he'll be getting the ball 99% of the time. So.
Great job by the Stonington defense to hold Waterford, and they'll make Spencer punt it away as it's 4th down and the clock ticking 3:10 and counting.
Well, okay, so once we thought that, the offense had a great opportunity here, but I don't know, Waterford's having a hard time.
Spencer stands at his own 36-yard line. And there is a flag on the play. I think that's going to be a delay of game against Waterford. They'll back it up 5 more yards.
It's going to be a delay of game on Waterford.
And then he'll punt it away now from his own 30-yard line. Stonington doesn't put anybody back to return the punt, which I find curious because they are forfeiting field position.
Yeah.
Now Christina is in what amounts to a deep safety role, but he's not in position to return a punt.
That's just because number 4 is in the backfield. Again, the threat always caused him. Nope, now he's dropping back.
Gets the punt away, bangs it over the middle, and it takes a good bounce. Christina lets it go, and it's inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. So once again, the field position flips on a good punt from Parker Spencer. Stonington with 2:15 remaining in the half. We'll see if there's anything they can do.
It's another chess game in the game of football that people may not understand, that field position is a great factor in the game. Again, Waterford knows that they might not be able to get over the 50-yard line here, but with having Parker in the backfield, special teams coaches are just not going to take that opportunity to say, let's just go and prepare for it as the offensive line is still there. So it's always a unique opportunity to run a play. So, it puts them with this punt, and having nobody back there with these positive bounces, obviously turf does it for you. Gets them in a situation where Stonington starts deep in their zone.
Find out what Waterford can do on the defensive side of things. They've already gotten 2 points out of this defense. How will they approach Thomas here? And how will Thomas approach it? Handoff, Christina. Good run on 1st down. Breaks some tackles and crosses the 35-yard line. Logan Christina finally brought down by Giles, but a big gain and a great cutback, the vision there from Stonington.
You said it, brother. The cutback was right there. When he attacked the hole, he saw that gap. The linebacker overlapped it. He took off right down the middle. It was a pot of yards.
First down Bears, under 2 minutes. Clock runs. Another handoff. Christina breaks another tackle, but Van Overloop ran under his block and met him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
He's got great size. Look at his arms. I mean, really knows how to separate from the offensive player and then work upfield to get some speed like that and make a play. To me, he's been the stellar player for the Waterford Lancers.
Second and 10 for the Bears.
It's going to be 2nd and 10. Clock now down to 1:10 by the time they get this play off. Thomas to throw. Has him in. Caught. 1st down. Garrett Cooper to the Waterford 35-yard line. Big play for the Bears, and they're in business as the clock sits right at 1 minute.
Yeah, they got to get moving quick here. They're probably not cheetah formation just to get out there and kill the clock.
They spike it with 57 seconds remaining, but they're at the Waterford 35-yard line. Cooper leaked out. Waterford didn't see him. He got behind everybody And Thomas just put it up where he can get it, and that's a big play, the second big pass play we've seen from Stonington.
Yeah, you know, most of the receiver coaches know that if you complete a route and you have your route done, the next thing we do is go vertical. And when he did that, it was kind of like a wheel route, got wide open and made the play.
Second down, Thomas to throw, pressured, rolls away from it, steps away from it, gets to the outside, and Vaughn got him by the jersey. Thomas got forward close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Clock stops with 48 seconds.
Sophomore poise. He read the coverage. He knew that they were covered, and then he made a run. When he made the run, he knew he had to get out of bounds too, so it's a great play by him.
Timeout Waterford. So a big 3rd down coming up. We're going to send it and come right back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
If you live in Eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org.
This was the big pass play. Look for number 33. There's the up and out route there. Out and go, and he got him. Cooper just faked that out route just enough to draw the corner in. Turned it upfield, and a well-thrown ball from Thomas.
Definitely.
3rd and short. Thomas looking to throw again, and it's batted down. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. Bonowitz got that one, and it's going to be 4th and 4.
I love that. That's a practice drill too. When you're pass rushing, you want your eyes on the quarterback and your feet on the ground, because you don't know if he's going to scramble on that. But when he starts to cock that ball forward, you can put your hands right on up, or you can accelerate up, and chances are you close that window that he's throwing. That's what happened there as the Lancers blocked that pass from being completed.
45 seconds here remaining, and Stonington faced with a 4th and 4. Christina in the backfield to the left of Thomas. Thomas to throw, heavily pressured, out route thrown, right at the sticks, caught by center, first down Bears. What a throw from the sophomore Thomas, right on the money to center.
That was a great sensational throw. Again, the out routes are very scary to throw because the defender can jump on it, but he always throws it right to the chest plate. That's one of the things he does. Look at his follow through. As he gets back and he makes his read, he'll be able to poise himself and throw the ball right ahead of that runner. Right there, and it's only going to be the, like you said, Case, if the receiver's the only person that can get to that ball, there's no harm in that throw.
Good coverage from Giles, but a better thrown ball from Thomas. So you see the clock there, 40 seconds, 9-0 Waterford, but Stonington with 1st and 10 at the Waterford 24-yard line. Plenty of time for the Bears. You know, for a team that wanted to control the ball and run the ball, it has been their passing offense that has really gotten them into this position. Remember, they're getting the ball to start the second half. If they can find a way to get points, it would be such a boost as they head into halftime.
I think they heard you, Casey, when you were saying you would be happy going 7 and out or 9-0, you know, and they just said, we're going to score. See what happens here.
De La Rosa at the bottom of your screen. Keep your eyes on him. Screen route to Christina. Heads to the outside, and a beautiful open field tackle made by Spencer, keeping Christina in bounds and keeping the clock running.
What a smart move by Spencer, knowing if he could tackle him there, the clock will be winding, and it's going to put a lot of pressure for Stonington right now.
23 seconds remaining. Stonington a little bit out of sorts here, down to 15 seconds. Thomas to throw, pressured, over the middle, has his man, caught by Cooper. First down, can they get up on the ball with 4 seconds left and spike it, or will they call their last timeout? And they call their timeout.
Oh, what a drive.
That little in-sit, Cooper did it so well. He sat right into the zone. It was put right there. So first down, but only 6 seconds on the clock.
Yep.
So what can they do with 6 seconds? Do they try a field goal? Do they try to put one into the end zone? Very interesting what the call is going to be here for A.J. Maskell. This is the closest they have been to scoring in the ballgame.
Most definitely. But Benjamin is doing a great job with his posture, throwing it to the receiver that's wide open, not making a push to a throw. These are things that, you know, we want the sophomores to kind of grow on, but he's got some good skills. I'm really impressed with his ability to take this team now. But they are going for the extra the field goal right there, right, Case?
Yeah, they're going to line up for the field goal.
Will be number 55, Tommy Lyon.
Tommy Lyon in for the field goal.
The snap and the catch are the most important thing right now.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is no good. I think someone got a piece of it, and the Waterford defense holds again. The Bears remain at 0.
At halftime, Waterford 9, Stonington.
And we're going to say we're officially at halftime. The Waterford Dental Health halftime show is upon us. We're going to take a chance to watch the 2 features on Waterford and Stonington, and then we'll be back with the Paul's Pasta 3 pounds of pasta quiz edition. 9-0 Waterford at the half. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Armando's a senior for us. Gabe's a junior, and Adrian's new to the program. He's a freshman. You know, 3 brothers, they're close. They play the same positions. Great influence on younger players here, so it's awesome to see all 3 of them together out here, the family.
I was the second to start playing football. Believe it or not, my little brother that's in a freshman class this year, he was the first one to start playing.
Me and my brother Gabe, we used to play pass in the backyard. We also used to watch football together.
And then we all kind of just started following after each other.
Armando and Gabe actually play together. They're starting linebackers for us. They definitely have they're in sync with one another.
I feel like it kind of adds like a level of competitiveness, especially because me and my older brother, we play the same exact position. So I kind of feel like it gives that competitive edge to it. So he's going to be the better player, and he's going to be a leader more.
They might be a bit hard on each other sometimes, but you know, that's just football.
Anything challenging about having?
Probably during defense, I have to go up against them.
How does that go?
Not good for me. Pretty good for them though.
They're linebackers, so they're all together, and I can, you know, it's fun to see them, see Mondo and Gabe, you know, giving Adrian a hard time and having fun with him.
On the field, we try to make everybody as the best they can, especially Adrian, because he's so small compared to like some of the other high school kids, but he can hold his own ground.
Definitely going to be mentoring him, you know, even off the football field. I like to go work out in my free time, and I always try to get my little brother to come with me, because I tell him every day that it all starts there. You want to be a great player and you want to push people around, it all starts with the weight room and what you do off the field.
So it's cool to see them having fun together, and they're all just good-natured kids. They're always smiling, but they play football the right way too. They get after it.
10 seconds, good job, that's a win. That's a win.
Last year, I was working at a marina, and one of the customers there wanted their boat cleaned, and I kind of put myself out there like, hey, yeah, I've been on the water for my entire life. Why don't I clean it for you? I brought Avery along a few times last year, and then once football season started, we would be on our warm-up lines talking about stuff like, hey, why don't we start waxing boats? Let's clean, let's offer detailing services. I want to get my dive certification, in Avery's case. The day after we ended up losing to Killingly in the state semifinals last year, we were in the Chipotle parking lot starting our LLC.
Here we go, let's go!
You know, we were doing our beach workouts at Rocky Neck in the mornings on Friday. Then he let me know that some days he won't be able to make it because he has a business that he has to run, and then he started going into it. So it was pretty interesting, pretty impressive.
I think that without playing football and lacrosse and other sports I've played along the road, I wouldn't have those skills, such as like time management, and then just the discipline. There's days we don't want to come out here and practice. You had a bad day at school, you're not feeling the best, but you have to because that's what you need to succeed. And in business, it's the same way. Like, there's no taking days off when you're kind of the face of your company.
It was a lot of growing pains, like, all right, I have 2 hours of homework tonight, but I also have 4 boats that I have to get waxed before Sunday. This spring was a lot of growing pains, but that we kind of took as our learning period, and now from here we feel confident in prioritizing our time and distributing our time properly between school, football season, and then cleaning boats.
You can definitely see his leadership. You can definitely see his foresight. You can see the way that he lined things up, try to organize people, try to make sure that people are informed on what they need to do. He has a good leadership approach, which is why he was named captain.
Attention to detail. I mean, it's in the name of our business. We're Harbor Helpers Marine, detailing and diving. You need to have attention to detail on the football field as well. Understanding plays, understanding defensive schemes, understanding blitz packages, for example, that kind of stuff. They correlate a lot.
1, 2, 3, defense. Let's go.
In football, execution matters. And in legal matters, it's no different. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates has been voted best law firm 6 years running by Readers of the Day because from personal injury to homeowner claims, their attorneys move their cases forward with the preparation and persistence it takes to win against the big insurance companies. When the game gets tough, you need a legal team that won't back down. Contact Messier, Massad, and Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team?
I'm Maddie. And I'm Alexa, and we're here at Paul's Pasta Shop in Groton. It's halftime at the game, and it's time for
3 pounds of pasta. Come see us after the game to refuel with one of our signature dishes.
All right, we are back. It is time for the 3 pounds of pasta presented by Paul's Pasta. This week, I am putting a quiz directly to Peter versus Pasta. The theme in honor of the player we are talking the most about tonight, Parker Spencer. Tonight's quiz is famous Parkers. Famous Parkers. Pasta, heads or tails?
I'm going to go with tails.
Okay, it was heads. Peter, this first question is for you. If you get it wrong, Pasta can steal, and we'll go on from there. Peter, her characters danced with Kevin Bacon, dated everyone in New York, and married Nicolas Cage.
That would be Sarah Jessica.
That is 1-0, Peter Wappy, Jessica Parker.
Oh, man, I'm really
Pasta, he ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Oh, his name is Parker, but the singer that sings Ghostbusters, right? Parker Jones?
That is incorrect.
Peter. Steal?
You get the steal.
That is Ray Parker Jr.
That is Ray Parker Jr. 2-0, Peter Wappy.
Oh.
Question 3, back to Peter. She can dunk a basketball.
Is that Candace Parker?
That is Candace Parker, 3-0. Oh, tremendous lead. All right, Pasta, you got to get back in this thing now.
I'm trying.
Right.
Let me see what I got here with Parker here.
He
Parker.
turned a simple country kid into the king.
Simple country kid to the king. I'm going to go with Johnny Cash Parker.
That is incorrect. Peter, you have the chance to steal.
I'm assuming you're talking about some producer who worked with Elvis, but I got no name for you.
Oh, the answer's Colonel Tom Parker.
No one knew.
The Colonel, Tom Parker, that's who brought Elvis. No one gets that one. So back to Peter. She dated Josh Lyman on The West Wing and changed how we look at single moms on Weeds.
Oh. Yeah, I should know this.
But you don't, do you?
I'm blanking on it.
Pasta, any chance you can steal this one?
I feel guilty that I didn't have cable.
Mary Louise Parker out of nowhere. 4-0, Peter.
He's reading the cue card, people. There's a cue card right over here. They're not flipping it for me.
All right, Pasta, back to you.
Let's see what we got.
Nicknamed the Bird, he was all about that jazz.
Oh my God. He was a tap dancer too, right? Oh golly gee. Parker. You got me.
Peter, would you like to steal?
Charlie Parker.
Charlie Bird Parker.
I have no idea what these Parkers. I thought you were talking about Parker Brothers, like a video game and
Well,
toys.
we may get there just yet. This Parker, Peter, this Parker created Spencer.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
This Parker created Spencer.
Trying to look at the game thing here.
I got nothing.
Me neither.
That would be
Papa Parker?
Spencer for Hire, created by Robert Parker, the author, who created Spencer, played by Robert Urich, Hawk. Come on, guys. Now you got to
Alex
get that
Trebek
one.
would be so proud of you, KC.
All right, so the most famous Parker of all, of course, is Parker Brothers.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to the board games or games created
this is my thing
by
right here.
Parker Brothers.
All right, now this is my
Pasta,
game.
you go first. You're down 5-0. Do not pass go.
That's Monopolizzle. Monopoly.
Monopoly,
That's
5-1.
right. All right.
Peter, if you were looking to accomplish world domination, you'd play this.
Risk.
That is correct. 6-1.
Very good game, though. Very good game.
Pasta, if I'm talking lead pipes and peacocks.
Oh, that's Clue.
That is correct.
Caw-caw.
6-2. Very good. Peter Wappy, pie pieces require knowledge of history,
Trivial Pursuit.
sports, and art.
Wow.
7-2. Pasta, who knew there were so many words that start with the letter Q?
Oh, wow. That's going to be Scramble.
That is incorrect,
Oh.
Peter. It is not scramble.
Hungry, hungry hippos.
No.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Yes.
I messed up America.
Yeah.
I was thinking about eggs. Scrabble.
That's
what
how we're
it's
going to
called.
give you the Scrabble.
Oh,
one,
my God,
7-3.
Lord.
But, Peter, back to you. This game was famous for encouraging kids to play in traffic. Not necessarily a board game, but created.
Frogger?
That is correct.
Wow.
Frogger.
Wow, I used to get run over all the time, but by the time I get to the third level.
By a resounding 8-3.
What a blowout.
Peter Wappy took you behind the woodshed. But you do get a chance to weigh in very briefly. What was your favorite board game as a child?
Wow, my favorite board game, to be honest with you, I love playing it all the time, was Trouble, because I could go and, make that sound, and sometimes I would leave the 6, but I make the sound, and I'd be like, oh, I hit 6 again, so I would cheat. It's true, America, I'm being honest. Trouble.
Peter, what about you?
As stated before, hungry, hungry hippos.
Yeah.
That is a very good one. For me, it was simple. Yahtzee, baby.
Ooh.
Me and my grandmother on a Friday night when I was 7 years old, we played a lot of Yahtzee back in the day. So those are your 3 pounds of pasta, Parker edition. Great job. Peter Wappy has taken a lead in the quiz round of game day halftime shows. So you are 1-0.
I'm really disappointed there were no questions about Parker Lewis can't lose.
Yeah, that was another one.
And I had to leave a lot of Parkers off, by the way.
And Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
I left Dorothy Parker out. There's a lot of Parkers out there. I left Parker Posey out there. There's a lot of Parkers that I left off. I can't have all of the Parkers.
True.
But those are your 3 pounds of pasta brought to you by Paul's Pasta Shop as we are live at the Waterford Dental Health halftime show. We've got one more feature video to show you, right? No, we already played both of them, so we don't have anything left at all. We are here at the Waterford Dental Health halftime show. I'm going to keep it here one quick second before I send it away. And I'm going to ask you guys very quickly, what's the last board game that you have played?
Parcheesi. Hey, Mom. That was our favorite game, remember? She's probably sleeping.
Was it Catan? Probably Catan.
It's a good one.
Catan?
I don't think Cards Against Humanity counts.
Oh, boy.
But I'm sorry to say that the last one I have played was, in fact, Cards Against Humanity.
Wow.
The Thanksgiving Day Cards Against Humanity at my house is
hilarious.
It makes me struggle sometimes. But those are your 3 pounds of pasta brought to you by Paul's Pasta. We'll be right back. You're watching the Waterford Dental Health halftime show.
Welcome to Paul's Pasta Shop, 223 Thames Street in Groton, where every bite is a taste of tradition. From our homemade pasta to our sauces, we're passionate about bringing the freshest ingredients to your table, serving your favorite Italian dishes since 1988. Visit our website at www.paulspastashop.com. You can call in your orders at 860-445-5276. You can follow us on Instagram at Paul's Pasta.
On game day, the crowd may be divided, but when it comes to your legal team, the choice is clear. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates is the legal team that fights for you and your family after you've been injured. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates have been voted best law firm 6 years running by Readers of the Day because their team of attorneys brings strategy, teamwork, and determination to every insurance claim. Win or lose on the field, when you need real results, the legal team to call is Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich. 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team? Everyone wants their keys back fast, but you definitely want the job done right. Rich's Auto Body in New London, family owned and operated for 30 years, is the area's most trusted source for quality auto body work. Don't lose sleep over your auto body repairs. Rest easy knowing the job is in good hands with Rich's Auto Body. If you live in Eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org.
Game Day is brought to you by NFA. If you live in Eastern Connecticut, you belong at Norwich Free Academy. From college prep and career pipelines to arts, athletics, and tech programs, NFA offers more opportunities than any other high school in the region. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Engage your future at NFA. Visit nfaschool.org. And the Waterford Dental Health Halftime Show, you know, everything good begins with a smile. And at Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Gear up for game day with that winning smile at Waterford Dental Health, located in Waterford. They're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. So enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today at Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book at Waterford Dental Health. So we are wrapping up halftime, and we are heading into half number 2, 9-0 Waterford on top. Give me one positive and one negative from each team.
The positive for both teams is that they're starting to get confidence in what they're running on offense. The negative is that they keep getting penalties that are ruining the opportunity to make these plays effective. So those are my points.
All right. I think Waterford's positive is the defense has bent, not broken, and has some playmakers on defense. I think the negative is without Barnhill in the game, their physicality on the offensive line is definitely a notch below, and Spencer is their only real weapon right now in terms of big play. Stonington's positive, I think, is hanging in there. Getting the football back here. They've shown some glimpses of things that are positive, but just grinding, hanging around. And then their one negative is finishing. How to finish a play, how to finish a drive.
Well said, brother.
They've just, and that's what you got a young quarterback, young team. They just got to learn how to finish. So, scoreboard update: Killingly up 35-0 on East Lyme. No surprise there.
No surprise there, yeah.
And this game continues on the way that it's going. Waterford has the lead in this one, and Griswold 13, Montville 7.
Oh wow.
A more competitive game, I think, than what I was expecting, especially off of Montville's struggles in week 1. But Griswold, there's 2 0-1 teams as well, so Griswold needs to get that one done. They added some time onto the clock here, and Stonington is back out there doing jumping jacks and the like. So we're going to talk for a second. We got 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. So we're going to talk for a minute, and we're going to send it away, and we'll come back for the second half. But what does Stonington, if they could do one thing well in this second half, what is it they need to do?
I'll tell you, eliminate turnovers. I think they could run the passing play. The quarterback has been doing an amazing job. I mean, Benjamin, for a sophomore, shows me some of those qualities that you look as a coach: footwork, the ability to keep looking downfield and making a play, and then running when he had to run. So I love that his sophomore event today has been productive for that offensive side.
What's one thing Waterford has to do in the second half?
I'll tell you, the linemen's got to maintain their block and allow these running backs to pierce through the second level, because when they run to the second level, I think Stonington has some great speed, and they could turn it out. So we'll see what happens.
So Waterford will start the second half kicking it off, and that means we are at the end of the Waterford Dental Health halftime show. And it is time for the opening kickoff of the second half, brought to you by NFA. Barlow will kick it. Christina and De La Rosa. Dangerous return man for Stonington.
Kickoff for Waterford.
Back deep for Stonington will be number 25, Logan Christina, and number 1, Max De La Rosa.
We saw Barlow booted into the end zone his last time with a low driving kick. Definitely want to keep it away from De La Rosa. But Christina also dangerous as the deep man for Stonington. Trying to get good field position here for them to start this second half. Barlow approaches, big leg, comes down and it bounces past Christina. That's in play. He picks it up at the 5 and sneaks through a couple of Lancers before Dijak finally knocks him to the ground, and it will be first down Stonington. Good field position, but not the field position they were hoping for, as that ball took a tough bounce.
Yeah, this is a very important offensive series right now for Stonington to execute and get a first down, to get the clock rolling. I mean, we talked about how the Kinley Trailblazers did an amazing job with clock management. If Stonington can do that and score, they could take advantage of the momentum and sneak out here a lead.
First and 10 for the Bears from their own 14-yard line.
14-yard line. Stonington has had tough field position all night long thanks to the Waterford special teams. And we said Stonington struggled in week 1 with the specials. Definitely something to go to work on again. Handoff and nothing going. Torwella tackled in the backfield. Loss of 3. That's a Hyde Park cleanup.
Sammy Vasquez, his size doesn't really look like a down lineman, but he is fast, elusive, and when he wraps up very well. That was a great play by the young man for Waterford. There's overloop right now. Casey staying up as a backer. He's been mixing it up today, coming off the edge, playing a DT technique, and now leading the linebacker course. So see what happens here.
Second down and 12. Bears need to get something going here on the offensive side. Thomas to throw, pressured and dropped into the backfield. A blitzing Sam Vasquez puts the hit on Thomas, and if your lawn took a hit this summer, call Hyde Park Landscape. That's another Hyde Park cleanup.
He left him in the green, brother. Left him in the green right there. That hustle and play again. His handwork is so fast that the offensive lineman didn't have a chance to even engage on him. Vasquez is putting some work in today's game.
Third and forever for Stonington. That ball's on the goal line again, as Thomas tries to get him to jump, and he may have succeeded.
Yeah, smart move by Stonington by having a long count in this one. When you're a defensive player and you know it's a passing down, you're ready to go and you're waiting for that opportunity. Some people do not keep their eye on that ball. Something they need to work on practice.
So that'll certainly help a little bit, but it's still third and long. 3rd and 13 now for the Bears as they sub out and get Christina back into the backfield. A lot to ask of the sophomore quarterback, Benjamin Thomas. He's going to throw on 3rd down. Pressure. They set up the middle screen. Almost intercepted. And Xavier Dillon, the big Waterford lineman, his eyes got big like yours did.
Oh, my God, yeah. When we try to teach defensive linemen about screenplay, when you see a quarterback just run back like that, they'll lower your hips. But Big CC1 said, no, I know what's happening. He just put his hand out there and blocked that ball. Great play and a great series right now for Waterford. They're doing what they're told. 3 and outs, really important right now for Waterford to continue to do that.
West to punt in his own end zone. Spencer inside his 45. Good snap. Kick. Bounces. Spencer's chasing it hard. Comes up with it at the 30-yard line. Stutter steps at the 20. Gets down the sideline and puts his head down. That was a fabulous return by Parker Spencer, but there is a flag on the play.
Man, Spencer probably has more penalties pulled back from, more yards pulled back from penalties. The poor kid is really being phenomenal with his footwork. Positive run right there going to be called back.
The kick. Good return, but there's a flag on the play.
We've got a man down on the field and flags on the play, so we're going to let the flags get sorted out. They'll attend to the injured player. Hold against Waterford. That will back them up, and while they attend to the injured player, we're going to take a quick break. 9-0 Waterford. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Every football fan knows no star player wins alone. It takes a full team to produce a win. And that's how the team of attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick and Associates handle their cases. Voted best law firm by the readers of the day 6 years running, the attorneys at Messier, Massad, Burdick and Associates work together, fighting insurance companies for you and your family. Insurance companies have teams of lawyers on their side, and you can too. With Messier, Massad, Burdick and Associates, when you need a winning legal team off the field, call Messier, Massad, Burdick and Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team?
Welcome to Paul's Pasta Shop, 223 Thames Street in Groton, where every bite is a taste of tradition. From our homemade pasta to our sauces, we're passionate about bringing the freshest ingredients to your table, serving your favorite Italian dishes since 1988. Visit our website at www.paulspastashop.com. You can call in your orders at 860-445-5276. And follow us on Instagram at Paul's Pasta.
Everyone wants their keys back fast, but you definitely want the job done right. Rich's Auto Body in New London, family owned and operated for 30 years, is the area's most trusted source for quality auto body work. Don't lose sleep over your auto body repairs. Rest easy knowing the job is in good hands with Rich's Auto Body.
Logan Christina walking off. Looks like he had a little stinger. He's fine according to our peeps down on the sideline, but he's walking off on his own power. You see there, he wants to get back into the ball game. So very aggressive punt return from Parker Spencer. Gets great field position for Waterford at the 30-yard line. The penalty cost them about 15 yards.
Yep.
And they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 30. Hernandez is the back next to Nolda. High snap. Gives it to Hernandez. Patient running. Bounces to the outside. Has a block. Block at the edge. Cuts it down and bang down at the goal line. Nice hit from Kyle Olson. And a flag on the play. And I think they're going to get a block in the back against Waterford.
Oh, my God. What's he? Achita? Is that it? What an opportunity for this offensive line to kick in gear, but one of them was holding. Unbelievable.
I think they're going to get Waterford out there on the edge. Vasquez was downfield, laying the block for Hernandez, and that was a patient run.
Yes, it was. A well-executed play.
Hernandez, but again, the penalties just hurting the Lancers. They cannot put this thing away. I mean, they've had many chances.
You're right, Casey.
And penalties are just backing them up, and now they're going to be all the way back to the 37-yard line.
You know, no matter how this game goes, the film work that's going to be done by both coaching staff is going to review how these penalties can be straightened out through practice.
1st and 16.
A lot of penalties today.
First down, 16 to go. Actually, 20, more like 21 now.
Mm-hmm.
Same formation. Hernandez now shifts to Nolda's left. Nolda to throw. Has time. Deep ball. In stride. It's caught and then dropped. Giles had it. Dropped it as he was taking the step, and it's going to be called incomplete. That very close to being a touchdown.
So frustrating because the play was well developed, and he threw a beautiful ball there, but he had his eyes off of it. You can see he started looking downfield before he made the catch. Very important. I remember Reggie Eccleston, even though I didn't play as a receiver, he would always say, sometimes as a center you're going to get a fumble. Hold it high and tight. Make sure you have that secure, and secure the ball first before anything else. And so, tough play right there for Waterford.
2nd and long. Nolda put that one on the money. Going to throw again. Out pattern. Has his receiver. Complete. Out of bounds goes Avery Bonowitz. It's going to move the ball up to the 25-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by number 15, Van Russo.
Russo knocked him out of bounds. The freshman, Van Russo, makes it 3rd and short for Waterford.
5.
Nolda, pressured, steps up, throws high and incomplete. He was looking for Spencer, who was defended by Olson. It'll be 4th down, and Waterford will go for it on 4th and 4 from the 25-yard line.
4th and along a short
The coach has to
punt.
make sure that he can execute a play that'll get the first down first. I mean, there's no need to go downfield if you can really execute to get that 4 yards there.
Penalty yards right now, Waterford with the vast majority of penalty yards, over 50 yards in penalties, only 5 yards for Stonington. Big 4th and 4 here. Spencer's in the slot to the left. Hernandez is the back. Hernandez gets the handoff, and he'll be right near the chains. He crossed the 20-yard line. That should be enough. And it will move the chains. First down, Waterford.
I tell you, this spread formation that they're showing is only getting 6 guys in the box with an outside hanging linebacker. So when you're running in the interior and conceal that off and Vasquez is free, that's very scary to know that you have the defense that's vulnerable for that. I would continue to run it until they stop it.
Waterford from the Stonington 29.
First and 10, Lancers at the 29-yard line of Stonington. Vaughn is the receiver wide left. Trip receivers to the right. Nolda to throw. Has time. Into the end zone, into double coverage, and it's intercepted by Kyle Olson. That was not a good choice by Nolda. He tried to force it into double coverage, and Olson intercepts it, and Stonington's defense bails them out again. It remains 9-0.
Well, Stonington's doing what they have to do in the beginning of the job. Keep an eye on Parker, and they're double teaming him throughout the course of the game. This is not just the first time. They were doing that, so as you can see, they're playing one high and one low, and as he gets there, there's the under coverage right there to make the play. So good job for Stonington staying disciplined in what they wanted to do defensively with Parker.
So Stonington's offense has to help out their defense now. They have not been able to get anything going. That drive at the end of the half was promising. They hit the big play to De La Rosa earlier, but they just haven't been able to find a way to either hit a big play or sustain a drive. They've done a lot of good things on offense, but
nothing to finish into the end zone, brother, not yet.
not finishing. Ball's at the 20, first down. Thomas, screen. Christina brought down
Pass complete to number
from
25,
behind
Logan Christina.
by Borres.
Knocked out of bounds by number 44. Flag on the play.
And a flag on the play. And I think that's going to go
Extra
against
excessive
Waterford.
stuff, yeah. There was some chirping out there after that play.
That's going to be some shenanigans.
Yep.
44 Borres on the tackle.
Okay, so as you can see right now, they're playing the receivers and leaving the back out of the backfield with the inside backer. That's the matchup you like to have. I mean, if you keep on throwing that, AJ could have an opportunity to get this ball down the field quicker than expected.
So that should be a first down for Stonington.
Big penalty. Oh, my goodness.
Takes them all the way across the 35 to the 39-yard line, almost to the 40-yard line.
Wow, Case. That's
Big
a tough
play
penalty.
for Stonington.
Yeah.
Personal foul penalty. Brings the ball out to the 38-yard line, first and 10 for the Bears.
First and 10, Stonington. Ball at the 39-yard line. Thomas gives it to Christina. He breaks a tackle, and he's got room down the sideline. Christina crosses the 40, crosses the 30, the 20. Logan Christina. That's a grade 8 play of the year right there.
Ripper.
And Howell Stonington, because that's a Great Wolf Lodge touchdown for the Bears.
What a play, Case. Man, people thought the play was dead as Vasquez looked like he neutralized him, but no way. They're going for 2, Case.
They'll go for 2. Quick toss. And Olson's not going to get there. And that'll keep it a 3-point game, 9-6. But when we watch this replay, Christina, it was a broken play. He was tackled in the backfield. He somehow busted it outside, and when he broke and there was no contain, and then he just showed wheels.
Oh, yeah, fast wheels.
Let's check out Logan's run.
Vasquez, All-American, doing a play right there, but then he gets bumped off his teammate, And then there's the wheels right here as he's taken off and beats the wave that was coming down from Waterford as Overloop was looped out on that one.
Will be number 10, Jackson Camara.
What a turnaround for this game right now. What thought about 9-0? Now we got 9-6.
You're absolutely right. It was his own teammates trying to fly to the football that got Vasquez off of Christina and turned him loose down the sidelines. We got ourselves a brand new ball game, 9-6. Kamara will kick off. Spencer back deep along with Vaughn.
And they got their 11th player on the field there.
Math has been a challenge today for some basic counting.
Mm-hmm.
You are allowed to play with 11. So Kamara will kick it from his 40. Dangerous return man. So he punches it towards Vaughn, who chases up, catches it at the 25. Has Spencer for a blocker. Tries to get outside and fumbles it out of bounds as Cooper knocked the ball away.
Tackle made by number 33, Garrett Cooper.
Fitch, 21. Wyndham, 8.
Wow. Fitch looking real this year.
So my power rankings had Killingly number 1 and Fitch number 2. They're both doing everything to stay in those spots.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that the Ledyard Colonels are on the up. The arrow is pointing up for the Ledyard Colonels.
Unbelievable. The atmosphere there and the energy of that game, it was really tough to see NFA just get outmatched like that. Usually they're a powerhouse team, but great job for Ledyard in that program there.
Can Waterford answer the big play from Christina? That's capitalizing off the interception from their defense. Nolda gives to Hernandez. And a nice tackle by Torwella as Hernandez crosses the 30.
Great speed right there as he came off the backside, and he did what you normally want the first tackler to do. Grab cloth, hold meat, and wait for your teammates to come. The Stonington defense right now is really fired up from that series that the offense came out of. Again, just channeling back and forth the energy and keeping the momentum on Stonington's side right now.
Robinson and Spencer at the bottom of the screen. Hernandez the back. Nolda gives it to Hernandez. Bounces it inside the tackles and rumbles up close to a first down. Big run from Omar Hernandez. Good patience, good vision.
Jack Goddard with help from number 53.
And I think that'll move the chains. Or is he going to be marked a yard short?
Oh, they're moving the chains, Case. You called it out there.
Ball marked at the
First down, Waterford.
38-yard line.
The G scheme right now for Waterford has been their best play. I'm still waiting to see if they could do that mesh again and let the quarterback run, because these edge players are coming hard downside.
Stonington flying to the football. Torwella and Jack Goddard. That play never got started. And if you haven't gotten started with your fall landscaping and your patio design, Hyde Park Landscape, that's a Hyde Park cleanup.
That is a play like that. Torrella's been representing this quarter and this play right now, as well as the play before. Knowing his family, I tell you right now, they're very competitive and very loving family, but out there he's got a little mean streak going on.
Second and 12. Stonington's defense trying to make a play. Nolda to throw. Slant. Knocked away by Hoagland. Gabe Hoagland made the play. Robinson was the intended target. He had it in his hands, and Hoagland batted it down, 3rd and long.
Okay, it was a tough situation for Waterford, but a great opportunity as the Stonington defense right now is reading the zone of what this offense is doing and playing. I like their attitude right now. They're giving each other high fives and working this kind of majestic energy on defense right here.
3rd down and 12. Haffey is in the backfield for Waterford. Trip receivers. Now Haffey shifts up next to Nolda. Nolda to throw. Slant. Caught. Tackle broken. Giles, flag on the play. Giles inside the 25-yard line. I think it's going to be a first down, and then I think it's going to come back a little bit because another hold out there from Waterford.
I think it was probably hitting the defensive pair right there because there was a receiver that got clocked and the referee was right there. But we'll see what happens. It's just sad. Again, great plays that Waterford's come with plus 20-yard plays, and then they're taking it back. So
Sophomore Nolda to sophomore Giles. It was a great play, but a block that was ill-advised by Waterford is going to put them right back to where they started from.
Mm-hmm. See how it goes. That's a big penalty, too.
So we had the first down. Now it's back into Waterford territory at the 47-yard line.
Mm-hmm. The third down and short? Yep.
So it'll be 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
Nolda gives it to Haffey. First down. Crosses back into Stonington territory. And the Lancers will have it 1st and 10 on a good run from Gabe Haffey.
I like that there. Instead of going straight downhill, Casey, what he did was he just kind of veered it off a little bit, allow the linemen to engage their blocks and stay on it a little bit, and then find a little crease to get that first down. So that's a great kind of a stretch play right there for Waterford.
So 1st and 10 Lancers as the ball crosses the midfield mark to the 48-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Haffey stays in the backfield as the main back behind Nolda. Another handoff to Haffey. That ball almost came loose.
Okay.
I don't know how he held on to it, but he did get a 4-yard gain. So Griffin Haffey almost had that one hit the turf, but instead he kept going forward, and it's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
I wonder what they call that play. It'd be like ISO hot potato on one. That ball popped off his chest plate, went up in the air, and he's still focused to be surrounded by defenders to catch that ball and put it right back in his chest plate. Good job by number 8 there.
2nd and 6.
See, Casey, they got man-to-man, no safety downhill. And
there's
the middle.
Haffey breaks through, crosses the 20, crosses the 10. Inside the 10, he's brought down by center. First down, Lancers, Griffin Haffey. A new dimension for Waterford in the backfield, the speed, and the Lancers are in the red zone.
Just when you think that, you know, they had a little bit of a lull going on, number 8 becomes the infinite number on here and starts running downhill. Again, their defense is playing man-to-man and not having a safety in the middle. You know, now you only have like 6 guys in the front line that's got to protect it. And once he breaks through, he's wide open. Great play by the Lancers right now, and the momentum has shifted.
Spencer in the backfield. Ball is given to Spencer. Off tackle. Puts his head down. Dives towards the end zone. He's going to be just short. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line, maybe even the 1.
I like what Coach did there. You know, when you have him in the backfield, everybody thinks he's going to run outside. A nice downhill run from him, it's always going to make it difficult for the defense to commit. What a mixture of backs on this series, Casey. Unbelievable.
2nd goal from the 2.
2nd and goal from the 2. Hernandez is the big back to the right of Nolda. Spencer in the slot. Hernandez has it. Nothing doing. He is hit almost immediately by Garrett Cooper. Knocks him back. And if you get knocked back because you just couldn't get outside enough this time, Hyde Park, if you want to call, that's a Hyde Park cleanup.
That's the way to lay it down there, Case. A good job. A first call, I would have called everything. Jailhouse blitz is always phenomenal on a goal line because you're just going to make that commitment. But again, right now, Waterford has to find a way to get into the end zone to keep their momentum favoring themselves now.
Backs him up to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. Spencer in the backfield with Hernandez. Direct snap, Wildcat. Direct snap to Spencer. Runs behind his big back. Tries to get to the outside. Dives for the pylon. Waiting for the signal. Touchdown, Parker Spencer. Waterford on top, 15-6. That's a Great Wolf Lodge touchdown. Nothing makes a family happier than a trip to Great Wolf Lodge, and nothing makes the Lancers happier than seeing Spencer get into the end zone. Great Wolf Lodge, touchdown, Waterford.
Now that was great play selection by the coaches and making the adjustment to use number 8 there, coming out of nowhere. Just running downhill, being physical, and then mixing it up with Spencer. But Spencer did not run outside there. He kept it inside.
15-6. Waterford answers the Stonington touchdown, and they, too, will go for 2. Or actually, I say they also will go for 2, so not confusing.
That one isolation on the one side there, Casey.
Direct snap. Nolda keeps, and he's being pushed, and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and a flag comes down. What a surprise. A flag is down.
The big man in the middle, the referee. Could have been some comments said after. We'll see what happens. He was not happy.
Officials are talking it over.
I wonder, we used to have that rule where the lineman could not assist a running back, and that could possibly have happened. I don't know if that rule's still up to play.
Well, I mean, they see it in the NFL all the time.
The tuck rule.
The tush push and the brotherly shove. They see it all the time where the linemen are doing that, and it would be hard to understand that if the rules are different.
Yeah.
But the officials are talking it over right now. They're saying, hey, listen, can you do that? I know you can do it. Can you? I don't know if you can do that. Can we do that?
Let's see.
And no, you can't. You can't do that. And that's what that signal is right there against Waterford. So it's going to be no good on the 2-point conversion.
So that's assisting the quarterback or the runner in the end zone. Lineman cannot do that.
But it's not a replay. It's 2-point conversion's no good. Waterford knows this. That's why they're back to kick it off.
Flag is going to go against Waterford for assisting the runner.
But I don't want to understand what the holdup is. It's just you don't get the 2-point conversion. You don't get to do it again.
This has been one of those games where I feel like Alfred Hitchcock is looking at us and saying, we have a problem here, NASA.
It is only week 2 for the officials as well.
Yep. Yeah, let's see what's going on there.
Let's take a look at the touchdown from Spencer.
This Wildcat that they're using is really good. As soon as he sees Omar hit the edge player, he goes right around him and forces himself to hit that cone. And that referee knows if he touches that cone with that football, it's a touchdown.
So it's a retry. You can't assist them, but it is a retry. It's 5 yards from the spot. So
wow.
Waterford will get a chance to do it.
That's a double learned session over here, guys.
Which, by the way, retry makes no sense to me whatsoever. But because he got in. So they get the penalty, get the retry. I would have been like, no.
Waterford will get to retry.
But now we're going to bring Barlow in for the extra point instead.
Barlow kick this time.
This play kind of reminds me of Chutes and Ladders.
So Jamison Barlow in. I almost had Sorry was on the list.
Yeah, sorry, right? Here we go.
I always took purple. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. Jamison Barlow knocks it through, and it's 16-6 Waterford.
Score, Waterford 16, Stonington 6.
And so the Bears will have to try to answer as Waterford came right back and scored. They're up 10 with 1:45 remaining in the third, and it's time for another kickoff brought to you by NFA, Norwich Free Academy. Brings you this kickoff. And speaking of NFA, next week, game day will be live. Xavier High School, Middletown, Connecticut, and NFA in a week 3 contest on game day, and I will not be there.
Ah, pobrecito, pobrecito.
See, you're gonna have to soldier on without me.
Yo, can I just borrow your like larynx, because I mean you talk well, like.
You'll have the great Joe D.
Oh, he's there. Oh, then we don't worry about you.
Barlow, booming kick, bounces off of Christina into the end zone for a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20 for Stonington.
Touchback.
Wow, I got to travel all the way to Middletown, brother. Is that where I'm going to head out? Not too far from your alma mater, right?
No, right down the road from Wesleyan, and
wow.
I'm going to have a pre-prepared. I'm going to have to prepare the pasta so Joe D can heat it up in the microwave.
Yeah.
So Joe D is going to have to heat up the 3 pounds of pasta for you.
Nuke it, make it happen.
So Waterford's defense has played well tonight. They gave up the one big play to Christina that was sort of unusual, with the teammates banging into each other and causing Vasquez to lose his grip. But the big guys in the middle have played really well.
Yeah.
Thomas at his own 20 stands in the shotgun. Christina comes back into the backfield on first down for Stonington. Thomas, quick screen, bounces off of Christina, almost intercepted. Now, there are times when you set up a screen and times when you telegraph a screen.
Right.
Waterford read that screen right off the jump.
Yeah, both linebackers read it because the quarterback is just making a quick pass. But he should catch and go. It seems like he's settled in there. And then when it bounced off his chest plate, my heart was stuttered right there because I thought that was going to be a pick.
So
just seems
second down.
Yeah, this looks like a half tick slower than they want to be. I mean, just waiting for someone to make a big play. Just execute.
2nd and 10, Thomas. And incomplete as he tried to get a screen.
Pass intended for number 15, Van Russo, is incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bears.
One thing that the Bears don't want to do is have a 3 and out and make that defense go back out again. And I know there's some players that are playing both ways, but the mentality of going back out there in defense so fast really takes that spirit out. So, big situation.
The grind right now definitely favoring Waterford. That Bear defense spending a little too much time on the field.
You're right.
And this is a 3rd and long. 1:33 remaining here in the 3rd. Thomas gets max protect, throws, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Vaughn. Vaughn heads outside the 20. Vaughn gets a block from Spencer. Vaughn turns on the Jets, and he loses the football, but they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 1, which is a break.
Wow. Lucky him. You're right, Casey. You want to explain that one?
Well, if that fumble had occurred inbound and gone into the end zone like that, it would have been a touchback, and Stonington would have had the football.
That's
but they
right.
marked him out at the 1 yard line. So,
wow.
Ja with the interception and gets Waterford on the doorstep. They're knocking here, marking him out at the 2.
Yeah, they're trying to run a wheel pattern in that play, but the corner and the safety jammed the receivers in the middle, and they just crunched them. And you'll see right here, as they're working vertical to do that, they just kind of meshed and bumped in and lost a route, and he's right there to make a play. So the big thing right now was just try to get the outside corner, and there's Parker trying to hustle, make a block here, 1 or 2, but then he stepped right over there. Lucky that he stepped out of there.
Spencer made 2 blocks, and he was looking for people to hit, which
Yeah.
I love.
I love his energy. Young man's got talent.
On the other side, Cooper and De La Rosa bumped into each other. That was part of the problem. Nolda gives to Hernandez. Hernandez puts his head down and gets right to the goal line. I think he's going to be just short. It'll be 2nd and inches from the goal line.
I tell you, Waterford punches this in. This will really take the energy out of Stonington. Right now, they got their hands on their hips. They're just waiting for somebody to make a play. But, you know, one thing that I do see the difference here is that Waterford is just a little bit bigger and a little bit more physical in that front line. And that battle has been won by the line right there.
Talking it over. Nolda has Hernandez still with him. Dijak as an extra blocker in the backfield. Gives it to Hernandez. Patient. And I don't believe he's going to get there. Again, right down to the goal line. Brought down by Cooper. A.K. Wilson popping up off the bottom there. And it's going to be 3rd and inches as the clock running down here at the end of the 3rd quarter.
This is where you really missed Donato Barnhill, brother. This is when you know you can have him right there and just run right behind me and a quarterback sneaking. But the line has done a good job to make the adjustment and to fit the rolls in. Keeping the edge on the Lancers side right now.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Waterford knocking on the door, already up 10. We'll be right back. 4th quarter action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Injuries can happen anywhere, on the road, at work, and where you least expect it. When an injury knocks you down, the legal team at Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates is here to pick you up. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates has been voted best law firm 6 years running by readers of The Day because their personal injury attorneys fight for your fair compensation so you can focus on recovery. After life's hardest hits, let their team of attorneys carry the ball for you. Contact Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-team and mmbteam.com. Why have one attorney? You can have a team.
Fourth quarter about to start. Waterford, 3rd and goal on the 2-inch line of Stonington, trying to, I don't want to say put this one away, but certainly put Stonington behind the 8 ball, as the Bears have struggled offensively. The Lancers have played well defensively, and if they could get another score here, it would go a long way. The offensive line without Donato Barnhill tonight. Can they dig deep and get this one into the end zone? Nolda hands off, and Omar's coming. Touchdown, Waterford, as Omar cruises into the end zone. And if you're looking for a place to go to spend your time, go to Great Wolf Lodge. The whole family can have fun at Great Wolf Lodge, and that's a Great Wolf Lodge touchdown. Barlow in for the extra point. 22-6, Waterford on top. Snap. No. Spencer just throws it up into the end zone, and no good. That will be an unsuccessful attempt, and Waterford will remain on top. 22-6.
Score 22-6, Waterford.
So with 11:57 remaining here in the ball game, Waterford now on top 16, which technically is only 2 scores. But the way that the Lancer defense has been playing, it feels like a lot.
And it's tough because Stonington's offense, young and still, they have potential, but it's just not a cohesive offensive system right now that you would see a couple of years back when they were running their offense. But you never know, because this game has had a lot of Alfred Hitchcock moments, right?
Kickoff brought to you by NFA as Barlow tees it up at the 40-yard line. De La Rosa and Christina back deep for Stonington. I'll tell you what, a good kickoff would go.
This will be great, yeah.
A long way for the Bears. Barlow has banged them into the end zone the last 2 times. He has quite the leg. Does the sophomore, Jamison Barlow. There's another driving kick that bounces and heads to the sideline. Christina wisely lets it slide out of bounds for the penalty. So at the 35-yard line, Stonington will set up shop.
Out of bounds.
I'm glad no one sponsored the penalties, because a night like tonight would be very difficult. Waterford up close to 100 yards in penalties. Stonington with 5.
Could have the Oscar the Grouch penalty call of the day.
Well, I joked with the attorney, with some attorneys. I said, hey, penalties are mistakes. You're in your line of work.
Yeah.
When people make mistakes, but they always no one wanted to be associated with the
No.
mistakes.
And they all want the good stuff.
On their own 35, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. The Bears will send the big guys up front out, and sophomore quarterback Benjamin Thomas. Christina will stand to Thomas's left. Now he goes in motion. Center. Tripped up from behind after a couple of yards by Van Overloop on that little counter trap.
Number 42, Overloop.
Griswold 38-7 over Montville.
Wow.
As the Wolverines put a little on them at the end of 3. They're pulling away. Will that affect their status in the power rankings come Monday? Well, you're going to have to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Second, handoff, Christina. First down as he crosses the 45-yard line. Logan Christina still running hard for the Bears.
Yeah. I mean, even though you don't want to be pushing it, I think this offense right now is picking up a tempo where they need to run at this kind of speed.
Another Stonington Bears. First down.
Ball's on the Stonington
46-yard line. Bears 1st and 10. Clock down to 11 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Thomas gives it to Christina. Christina jump stops.
Yeah.
Hops right and falls forward for 3.
Hand off to number 25, Logan Christina.
Number 16, Bonowitz on the tackle. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Ball right shy of midfield. Fitch, 28-8 over Wyndham. That's a final. That's a good win for the Falcons off of a Wyndham team that pitched a shutout in week 1. Falcons 2-0 to start the season. Hard toss. Intercepted by Spencer! Parker Spencer with some thievery and a touchdown, Waterford. Dance, boys. That one was all about Parker Spencer's anticipation. He cruises into the end zone with a great Wolf Lodge touchdown and a Hyde Park cleanup.
Wow. That brother straightened my lazy eye out with that. When you see him, he just a good read. He saw it off the pitch. Actually, when he saw the guard pull, he follows it, so that's a good key. But, man, once he pitched it, he was off to the races. What a tough situation for Stonington there.
And just like that, 28-6, Waterford pouring it on here. The defense stepping up.
Well, you know, they answered the call from what they learned from last week. They played sound football. They got the personnel to play the defense that, you know, I think will be effective for the season. Now they got to get that offense working together. But what a great job. Spencer is a player for that team, and he's going to be definitely a player in the league that we're all going to recognize. Man, Casey, I saw your face and your whole body just jumped off like 3 inches when you saw that play. Me too. I just don't jump.
That was outstanding.
Yeah,
anticipation. Great. Barlow in for the extra point out of the hold of Spencer. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:57 remaining here in the ball game, Waterford tacks on another one. Let's
call
take
it,
a look.
Casey. Look at that. Off the pitch on the end, he saw it coming, and that's his read. He's supposed to read the key, come upfield, and the quarterback, young and inexperienced, didn't see that one. Wow.
Yeah, that's one of those ones you just don't get that often, and when you do, you got to maximize it. Spencer certainly did.
I think they had a penalty after that for dancing, so they'll be marked in the kickoff. Yeah, they'll be pushing them back right here, so they'll kick off from there.
Kickoff brought to you by NFA. Waterford will be back on the defensive side of things. I'll tell you what, their defense has scored. And really, other than that one big play from Christina, has defended very well tonight.
Yeah, well tonight, yeah. I mean, and all they've been challenged with, the penalties, you know, the key situations, the field positions, all that was pressed upon them, and they found a way to execute. So that's what you do when you're playing away. Overcome adversity.
Barlow drives the ball. High end over end. De La Rosa takes it at the 20. De La Rosa tries to get to the outside, but he's wrestled down on the far side by Robert Summers. That name sound familiar?
Yep, that's my one of my players. Robert Summers, his son, he's here. Actually, Robert's on the sidelines, and I
already saw him. I don't, you know what? I just don't, blue, I'm just not used to seeing you in the blue.
My second or third year at New London coaching, he was one of the leaders of the team, and I tell you, he's been a great man working in the community, and he's been over Waterford for quite some time in the youth league, so I'm happy to see him up here in the higher levels. That's good.
Young Robert Summers.
We got a lot of Whalen family bloodlines here now, brother. You think about De La Rosa, we got Summers, we got the Torellas. You know, it's beautiful to see that, you know, there's a stem that's coming around here.
So Stonington will have it. Good field position, 32-yard line. Torwella, nowhere to go. Hit on the play.
The big man.
Number 7, Gabe Torella.
Mark Dodani.
Oh, yeah.
In the backfield. That's a hard park cleanup.
Number 55, Dodani.
I got to say, the defensive line really outmatches the offensive line here, just size-wise and movement. Big difference in the game.
2nd and 13 for Stonington. Stonington being very deliberate, down 23. Thomas to throw. That's batted, and it's a fumble. That ball's loose, and it looks like it might be recovered.
The big man again, 5-5.
Donnie with the fumble recovery, and the Waterford defense just doing such a great job.
Wow.
And you can see the body language on the Stonington Bears right now.
Yeah, Benjamin's feeling frustrated because it's coming from angles where I know that he's learning a lot here today, but it's tough because you want to execute and make plays. He's got a lot of passion to play. When it comes to situations like that where, the offensive line are getting beat off the ball, that's something that, they're going to have to work on practicing.
So Waterford just outside the 20-yard line at the 22. Hernandez is the back in the backfield.
A little bit of Omar, huh, Case? They call timeout.
Waterford. 29-6 Lancers, 8:57 remaining. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
In football, execution matters. And in legal matters, it's no different. Messier, Massad, Burdick & Associates has been voted best law firm 6 years running by readers of the day because from personal injury to homeowner claims, their attorneys move their cases forward with the preparation and persistence it takes to win against the big insurance companies. When the game gets tough, you need a legal team that won't back down. Contact Messier, Massad, and Burdick & Associates in New London and East Greenwich, 860-MMB-TEAM and MMBteam.com. Why have one attorney when you can have a team?
29-6, Waterford on top. Just under 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Lancers took a timeout as they have taken over after a fumble recovery. Puts them in scoring position already here, up 23 points in the fourth quarter. Hernandez stands behind Nolda, gets the handoff, jumps to the right, evades one tackle, and then falls forward for a gain of a yard.
In situations like this, you want Waterford to still be aggressive, but that clock management is a big key too. You remind your players that when you run the ball, keep it inside, don't go out of bounds. If you're going to execute the play, make sure that the linemen are there to pick up the running back. Things like that are going to keep the continuity of this clock running. This is in the backfield, Case. Quattro.
Wildcat. Spencer. Gets it. Rolls right. Looking for a block. Pretends he's going to throw. Now he's going to reverse his field. Cuts it back in the middle. Splits a little bit of a seam between the defense and gets something out of nothing. So Spencer always electric with the football. His blockers were like, I didn't know where you were.
I thought they were, first of all, it looked like they were pass protecting, and some of the linemen are putting their hands up in the air because they thought it was a pass play, and it looked like an automatic run play.
Halfback pass, which I would think they would use a lot out of that formation. But at the end of it all, it's back to 3rd and 10. So no gain after all that.
Well, the good thing the clock is running. Kept it right in the middle of the field.
Third down. Nolda gives to Spencer, has blocking, cuts it back inside, and he's up close to a first down, and he has it inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Waterford. As always, as we head deep into the fourth quarter, we should remind you that After the game is over, you're going to want to go to all of our social medias at Game Day CT. We'll talk in a moment about all of the fun stuff that you'll see after this one is over on Game Day. Spencer heads to the end zone, runs away from the defense. Parker Spencer with another touchdown. Waterford piling it on. And that is just fun for the whole family, just like Great Wolf Lodge. That's a Great Wolf Lodge touchdown. I think that is...
Man, he's been playing everywhere. He's the best utility player in the league with all his positions that he plays.
Exclamation point there for Waterford. Barlow will come in for the extra point. Now go hold. So Spencer really doesn't leave the field.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he blocks, he catches, he runs, he helps runners. He's excited.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is pulled left, no good. So at the end of this game, on Game Day CT, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter, or excuse me, on TikTok, you can see plays like this. Touchdown by Spencer. Maybe it qualifies for the Science Sensational Play of the Game. Maybe he's a candidate for the Roberto's Log Cabin Player of the Game Day. Obviously, at this point, we think Coach Bunley is going to be smiling in the Waterford Dental Health Coaches interview.
Yep.
And the highlight package brought to you by Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates. Who knows? But all of those things, the interview with the coach, the Roberto's Log Cabin Player of the Game Day, the Waterford Dental Health Coaches interview, the Science Sensational Play of the Game,
exactly,
and the highlight package, all will be up on social media, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. 35-6, Waterford on top as Barlow brings you another NFA kickoff. Bounces, taken by Olsen. Olsen fighting for yards, gets back to the 20-yard line, and that's where Stonington will have it as the clock is now down 6:34 remaining.
I'm just thinking, did he score on special teams? He checked off everything in my book.
By number 27,
He
Kyle Olsen.
was a weapon in the punt game. He was a weapon as a punter.
Yeah.
He scored on defense, scored on offense, played wide receiver, played running back.
Good example of an Ironman football player right here in the league.
All around excellent game from Parker Spencer tonight. But he was right there in the keys to the game. I mean, he's going to be keyed on this whole year.
Yeah.
As teams come in, teams are going to try to take him away.
Right.
In the chess matches, how can Waterford put him in positions so that he's not taken away, or find other people to step up when people actually take him away.
Right.
Thomas waiting for Torwella to get into the backfield. First down, Bears. Handoff, Torwella breaks a tackle. Puts his head down, rumbles over the top. Ran right over the top of Giles, and now two men are down. As a lot of contact there. And they're going to help.
Number 7, Giles.
Both working their way up, little bumps and bruises, like Mr. Keating would say, on a play.
Tommy Lyon needed to get up. Now Giles is getting up as well.
Again, physical football game. The score won't tell you, but they've been hitting tonight. And, I mean, Terrell just walked right in there, told him where he's going, and he got the ball, and he ran physically all the way downhill. Again, the efforts for both teams are still there.
So Giles and Lyon will both get off the field for at least a play. At this point, 35-6 is about when you're going to start seeing some extra guys getting some run as well. Both of these teams a little thin from a number standpoint, so you're not going to see, wholesale changes, but we'll see Garen Van Overloop into the game. So you got Dos Van Overloops. Handoff Torwella. Ball's up, ball's loose. And recovered by guess who? Robert Summers.
Robert Summers. I'll tell you, Dad's going to be very happy tonight. Now, if I get on the sidelines, I don't know if he still dances. Rob used to be a good dancer. Oh, he's there smiling.
Big play. Gets a little love from Pops.
There's going to be some extra pork chops for him right there.
35-6. Waterford with the ball, 6 minutes remaining, and they'll have it at the Stonington 34-yard line.
You know, if there was anything that we were worried about before the game started, it's been null and void because right now the defense has done a stellar job playing this, football game consistently.
And there's a lot for them to clean up because there's over 100 yards of penalties.
Right.
A lot to clean up. But
Definitely some film work.
When you look at all that and you still look at 35-6
yeah.
and a defense that was resilient and created turnovers.
Excellent call, yep.
Hernandez gets the handoff, breaks a tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage and a yard on top of it. So Omar working hard for that yard.
Well, he was one of the factors there. Omar did shine when he had to shine. He's got all the dirty yards today, and set the tone because his physical work has really softened that team so that the offense can, utilize Parker where he needs to be. But the clock is still winding, Case. I'll tell you right now, things like this is just clock management. Run the ball, get those chains moving.
5:30 remaining here in the ball game.
They can work 2 first downs. They can really run this clock down.
Handoff Hernandez. Stutter steps. A couple of yards.
Hernandez on the carry.
Tackle made by number 6, Jack Loge.
Jack Loge in for the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
The clock will be under 5 minutes here as Omar runs off to the side and Waterford standing on the side. So I think that means we might see some changes coming into the game here after this play.
Mm-hmm.
They're sending him back in. They're going to try to get through this drive, I
There's
think.
Big Ocho. I tell you, he was a turnaround in the game right here in that offensive series, and he's going back in.
Yep, Griffin Haffey, sophomore. We saw him get some run last year when Waterford was banged up in the backfield.
Remember that?
They
Yeah.
were looking for an answer. We saw him as a freshman come in and get some play.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the backfield behind Nolda. Trips to the right. 3rd and 8. Nolda gives to Haffey. Haffey forward to the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 6.
That was a great play by number 52, Ryan Douglas, who got off his block and made that tackle because if he didn't make that, it would have been a little bit open gap. He would have been gone.
Brings up a 4th and 8.
Clock runs. Waterford will go for it on 4th and 7. Stonington still playing hard on the defensive end.
That's one thing about Coach Massagill's teams, always physical to the very end. They play hard. This town has always been that prideful town to continue to play all the way through. A lot of character in the Stonington team.
Spencer in a punt formation. And instead he's going to throw it. Throwing it deep, up for grabs, and going up high was Elijah Vaughn. Ja went up high for it, but well defended by Hoagland, and the Stonington defense will hold, and they'll take over on downs.
If he would have scored a special team touchdown, Casey.
If he had thrown one,
can there be a grade 8
one,
of all the plays that he do in all 3 phases of the game? Imagine that.
I mean, Peter Wappy would do it. Peter Wappy would put together an epic. I'd want it to be like the Rocky montage. Though.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you put the Rocky song. This is how I motivate in the morning. I put it on.
Maybe a Karate Kid. You're the best around, something like that.
Over the top. Remember that?
Hearts on fire.
Winner takes it all. Loser breaks the fall.
Winner takes it all.
I used to purposely pull my hat backwards, but it never worked for me. I don't know why.
1st and 10, Bears, 3:29 remaining in the ballgame. Thomas hands it off. De La Rosa. De La Rosa trying to get outside, crosses the 40-yard line. He'll have a first down for Stonington, and they'll move the chains.
Good movement to read his running backs and blockers. I mean, the running block was coming across right there to help him out.
Tackle made by number 15.
These guys put in work. All those jerseys are really, really sweating in.
That's going to be good for another Stonington Bears. First down.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Clock under 3 minutes.
One thing I like about this town is the fans are all still here sitting and watching this game and cheering along no matter what. One thing I enjoyed about coaching at Stonington was that factor. Those families are really awesome.
Handoff, Bears goes to number 15, freshman Van Russo.
Handoff to number 15, Van Russo.
He'll get back to the original line of
Tackle
scrimmage,
made
second
by
down.
the interior of the defense.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
Second down and 10. Clock down to 2:22.
The band has been rocking, Casey. I love that.
De La Rosa wrestled down on
Well
the
defended.
outside. Tackle made by Vaughn.
Handoff to number 1,
Got to
Max
De La Rosa
Rosa.
before he could get outside. And if you can't get outside and take care of your lawn, call Hyde Park Landscape. That's a Hyde Park cleanup.
For the Bears.
Say, Hyde Park has been rocking it all night.
It's going to turn out to be the greatest advertising buy in the
Oh my
history
God.
of football.
Exactly.
Third and long. If anyone ever asks you, so what actually does happen the most in a high school football game? Penalties and tackles for a loss.
Yeah.
We have the data to show. Third and long, Thomas. Little bubble screen to De La Rosa, off his hands, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down
That's
as
incomplete.
clock
Intended for
stops
number 1,
with a
Max
101.
Brings up a 4th down.
Max tried to run before he caught the football.
Yeah, and again, these are things that you have to practice. You know, you have plenty of time to recover. Good thing there's no major injuries on both sides of the ball. They're going to go home at least healing up. And watch that film, guys. Get into your books and study because you can get better. This Waterford team can be better than they are right now with how they play tonight. And Stonington has a lot of character. They have a lot of charisma. They could play. They just got to work on building that, I guess, that consistency, you know?
So the Bears will go for it on fourth down. I think if they don't get it, Waterford will take the knee in victory formation. So Bears going for it here. Wide toss and nothing doing. Waterford defense
Number 15, Van
cleans
Russo.
it up. Dom Munsell was there first. That's a Hyde Park cleanup. Haffey in as well.
Tackled in the backfield, be a turnover on down. First down, Lancers.
One of my favorite offensive formations, I had a chance to do it in the championship game, is the victory formation. I got to say, I was a little bit nervous in the beginning how Waterford was going to come out, but they showed improvement as the game went on, and they're going to be a good club.
There'll be a lot to talk about in the studio come Tuesday when the power rankings are released. A lot of debate. I've been getting a lot of comments. Looking forward to hearing from everybody come Tuesday. So Waterford will take the knee, and as we head down the stretch here in the fourth quarter, I want to remind everybody that at the end of this game, you're going to want to go to social media Game Day CT for the Roberto's Log Cabin Player of the Game Day. Nestled in the woods of Lebanon, Connecticut, Roberto's Log Cabin is the cozy rustic home of comfort food. The cabin, as it's fondly known, offers a diverse menu, so you want to check out the Hall of History, the newly renovated tavern, their great menu, craft beers, cocktails, watch the TVs, stop in and see Rob, tell him the crew at Game Day sent you. You're going to want to check out the Scient sensational play of the game, pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more. The Waterford Dental Health coaches interview will be coming up after the game as well. Thank you to Waterford Dental Health and their winning smile, and the highlight package brought to you by Messier, Massad, Burdick, and Associates. All on Game Day CT, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you to Phillies, Rich's Auto Body, Dairy Queen, NFA, Great Wolf Lodge, Hyde Park Landscape, all of our sponsors. Next week, NFA and Xavier with the great Joe D in the driver's seat. For the coach, Pasta Santa Bria, the whole Game Day crew, Casey O'Neill saying, good night, everybody. You've been watching Game Day live on theday.com.